Here we go. All right, I've switched this over. Hello, dreamers, and welcome back to High Road. It's been a little bit of time since last we met our heroes, and now we do actually play as people who are in, and design them. Haha, check out Change Stars. I hear the layout artist was a really cool person. Um,
Are they?
yeah.
Darren,
Why are we questioning that, Darren?
Darren, just remember that I am going to be going back up to Nova in a couple months.
Remember Casey plays the healer in this party?
Oh, actually, yeah.
wait!
There is that.
The layout artist is Casey. What? Oh, by the way, Casey,
I'm going to remember this.
Casey
will remember this. Oh my god!
Also, Casey, on the whiteboard, the crit, the one on the left is fine. You don't have to write backwards.
Wait,
On stream, it looks good.
I was like,
I mean, you can keep going if you like.
Oh shit! Y'all got a whiteboard?
Our left, comrade.
I don't know why my camera's flipped and yours aren't.
Amazing. So
Issue.
Okay, so that one's right.
Yes, that one's good.
Okay, cool. I don't have to learn how to write backwards today.
You
But what if
could.
I did anyways to troll everyone?
Yeah, you could. Oh, if you really want to troll everyone, just use the light green marker to mark things.
oh no!
Make it not visible.
I can't.
Welcome one and all to High Road, a stunning adventure of
Office supplies.
of
Wait,
office.
can you hear? Sorry, before we can you hear this? Like me trying to open the cap.
I'm not hearing the cap sound open and close. No.
Okay, cool.
So
Okay, I just didn't want that. To hear.
today on High Road, we return after a bit of a hiatus. Our heroes are on the high seas, as this is in fact the Call of the Sea arc. Oh god, did I name this High Road episode 17? This is like High Road episode like 100 something, but don't worry about that. Our heroes got on a boat after walking through a desert, and now it's the Call of the Sea arc. They're headed to find a mysterious item that may hold the secrets of immortality, known as the Sun Harpy's Heart. But right here on this island, they found themselves stuck between the spirits of the island, and some poachers who were over-hunting with a particular goal that is yet to be fully elucidated. And there's a swelling danger that Oracle has seen growing in the waters. Will they stop it before that happens? Will they lay a curse on this crew to prevent having to kill all of them? To keep their word to the island? And what's gonna happen when a large stone statue holds on to a wooden boat? Find out this time on High Road. Now then.
Yay!
Tento, Lonnie, and Kabancho, you find yourselves by a shore with, yes, a ghastly, ghostly shark off the shore. It phases through the lower sands, wreaking havoc amongst the hunters you encountered here. But you are presently in a position to act as thou wilt. Ignorant to the full undersea goings-on in the central ship.
Do we still have fly on?
See,
You still
that's
have-
the problem. I don't know how much is left on the timer.
I mean, I want to say that you guys are close. Call it 10 minutes. So, Shin, as I recall, Kabancho had initiated the curse in the prior 3 locations, yes?
Yes.
I recall you gave a drop of your blood and said something.
Yep. I was gonna say, I call and cast upon thy soul, make thy spirit my hand, and thy will be whole.
Indeed. And do you do so?
Yes.
The arachnid man's hand bleeds, and with his speech, there's a skittering through the land, and you see the ghostly Finn of the. I see David has joined the game.
Because I tried refreshing and I cannot join under myself at the moment. So
It probably still thought
You're not
one
gonna
of your
have
other Darren
control of-
logins was in.
Yeah.
So,
you're not gonna be able to
kick-
control.
So the important thing is, yes, you feel like a shift in the island, as if though a great web spittering and sputtering. In Zion, you feel a shift in the waves, something churning all around the ship, and a great light is glowing above you on deck, although you do not know its source. And Kabancho, Tento, and Lonnie, what are you doing as these enemy hunters are slowly getting picked off by the ghost shark?
Lonnie wants to start trying to fly towards.
Sorry, what was that?
Fly towards where?
Here. I need to go remember range really quick. Lonnie's gonna be flying north though.
500 feet.
All right, so you go for that jaunt to the north, 500 feet.
Yeah, I want to at least make it to here.
Okay,
I'm
so
overshooting.
so you're overshooting Tento and Kabancho. You see Lonnie sort of diverge as she flies over there. What are you two doing?
No, Gabon's gonna try to
why
fly
is
towards
she flying
Westwood.
that way?
I don't know. She's lost or doing something.
All right, so you make it out. Nobody contests you. You see, however, the ship is turning Zion. So, like, you're below the ship. The stone golem grabbing into the ship is below the ship. There's a powerful light beacon above you. What do you want to do anything? You feel as if though arcane energy is growing in the space above you.
I will keep holding ship.
All right. A moment passes, and the light. Right, I'm remembering how Foundry works. Snuffs out with a single sonic boom. All of the trees on this island shudder back as air shoots out across them. There is a strange churning, as if though nails on a chalkboard ringing inside of everyone's skull. And Zion, make a wisdom save. Alright. So here's what happens. You feel something try to lock up your joints and cogs, pierce your very equipoised moonblood core, if you will. However, you are a sturdy warforged and not so easily messed with. However, the stone golem, in a sort of sudden spasm, opens her hands and begins to plummet for the seafloor.
Alright.
There is significant damage to
about
the...
it.
Sorry, what's up?
So nothing I could do about that right now.
Yeah, so lots of sand comes up around her. She doesn't fall that far in the grand total of, like, her height. but it is like 100 feet down and change from where she was. The Bagliano has taken on massive amounts of water due to her fingers being removed and the flexing when they exited. And you see there's like these pump devices that seem to be struggling against the water. People are desperately trying to rush to the gaps, but the Bagliano is clearly an advanced state of damage. You would note that they need to be here while your party does their half of the deal, but if they can't escape, then the situation also won't be going so well, so you have to balance that, which way you think is best. What do you want to do at this point? You're still clinging to the underside of the ship.
Guess I'll start casting mending on some of the holes.
All right, some of the
Not
wood.
all of them.
Yeah,
just
some of the wood crack. Not all of them, some of them. Some people are like washing around trying to like nail things in the middle of briny water. I mean, you know, we've all played Seed of Thieves, so they're having a rough time. And you participate slightly. The ship is still struggling to move, but Lonnie, from where you're sitting, it's making it. It's making a break. What do you do?
I'm going to. Oh, 10 minutes. I'm gonna prepare. Do we know like the exact range for like where they need to stay?
Sorry, are you aimed at the mic right now, or?
Sorry. Actually, you know what? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Sorry. So right in front of the ship.
Yeah.
These are 100-foot cubes, right?
Correct.
Sorry,
Yes,
why am
yes.
I've also forgotten how to use Foundry. Holy crap!
It's okay. The top left, there's like a ruler thing. If you click on token controls.
Okay, I thought I was okay. So I guess this square. I'm going to use control water on it.
All right. Control
there's
water.
a range of 300 feet, so I think I'm good.
You hustle over here, and then you're good. Let me.
Yeah, sorry, I thought I pinged that spot earlier.
It's all good. You probably did. So, come over here, and you create a whirlpool, shifting the waves. Correct?
Oh no, I wasn't. I wasn't doing a whirlpool. I do want to like start pushing the water south.
Ah. So as they come, they're trying to. There's like oars and everything going out. They're trying to move their very large vessel out. But the Bagliano is sort of struggling. You see Captain Dana Highbrew looking really fucking pissed. There's a plume of sand from here up in the water. Who knows what that's about? There's an owl flying around. And Tento and Cabancho, you two have arrived at the Westwood. It is a 100-foot wide thicket of woods here on this jungle island. It is surprisingly calm, all things considered. Oh yeah, Lumi's like, woof. What are you two going to do as you arrive at what appears to be almost a clearing, but with one larger tree in the middle? The trees around almost seems to bow towards it.
Lee, can you
Well,
give
I was
control
gonna
to the Shin?
Oh
Sure.
yeah.
Oh, I thought you gotten back in. My bad.
Darren's not
No.
able to.
I'm not able to.
Are you sure you didn't
I
log?
like
Did you log in from
Oh.
your phone, Darren,
no.
or another tab?
The other thing you should try is go to incognito mode and then try to log in that way.
Oh,
I did that one time and that
because I
worked.
use.
The thing is,
I'm
I see a
using
Darren.
Edge.
Oh, Darren just left.
Yeah, but like it's not loading in for me, and I don't know why.
Oh, okay, yeah. And I can give ownership to Shin. It's no problem.
Yeah, for now, just give ownership to Shin.
Oh, nerd.
If Tento dies, it's his fault.
I mean, you're gonna be here dictating what he does and gets killed by.
Yeah,
so
but you're
dangerous to go
the one
alone
that is
for-
to be rolling.
Oh,
So-
that's fair. That's fair.
Just bring up that point. You're like, yeah, okay, fair enough.
Ignorance is bliss. Kibancho is gonna try to coast in at whatever kind of tree line there is, so that if he gets shot down for any reason, he can try to grab onto a tree. And he's gonna try to scan the area to see if there are any poachers.
So do we know what we're looking for?
We're assuming the giant tree that's sticking out like a sore thumb, but no. The true answer is no. We don't know.
Okay. Is there any way for me to find out? Because these poachers are protecting the area that we're trying to get to, right?
So you
More or
found
less.
them fucking around in the area that you were trying to get to multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe not necessarily, like, they might be defending it in the sense that, like, they're there and they're not supposed to let hostiles there.
Oh, it's more like a general. They're in the general area, but they're not quite sure.
Yeah, they don't know the
What?
exact spot, but they
Mhm.
know that there's something in that area, and they're more or less looking for it or patrolling it.
So you approach this tree, and it's this huge gnarled tree in the center of this woods, and all of the trees around it seem to be bending towards it. There is one like gnarled knot in what appears to be the western facing side of the tree. You are at the edge of the clearing. What do you do?
I scan the horizon. I'm trying to look for any poachers, any kind of torches.
Sure, give me a perception.
Tento, do you want to help me?
I always want to help you, but I don't know if you'll help my rolls.
Oh, I'm just gonna roll for Tento. Fred, do I need to switch characters? No,
Oh
I don't.
gosh.
That's your name.
It's okay.
You can't roll bad when you have a freaking plus
That's what I'm
11 on
saying
your
when I have plus
modifier.
11 on my modifier. Thank God.
All right, so dangerous to go alones are coming in. Tento, that Kabancho, you're like, must have been the wind. Tento, you see that there's a fella with a flask hidden in these trees, alongside a appears to be lieutenant and two hunters. They have a pretty keen interest on the central pillar, the central tree, although they seem to be holding back to avoid being seen. You have not yet broken
they-
from the wood line.
I was like, are they actually in the trees or are they just like amongst the trees?
They're not like climbed up into the trees.
Okay. I'm a tap Kambancho on the shoulder and like, hey, I think those guys are looking at the same thing we are. Do you want to find out
What
why they're
guys?
looking for it? Those guys over there by the trees. Come on, Kambancho, you got like 8 eyes. How can you
Tento,
not see them?
that's one, that's racist. Two, those are just sticks. Those are just more trees. What are you talking about?
No. Wait, you don't have 8 eyes?
That's racist. So
Wait,
what do you
is that
mean
yes or
find
no?
out? What do you mean find out what
You can't just call me racist, not answer my question. What?
I mean, Sarah,
Educate me, Kambancho.
Tento, I don't think we have time for that. We need to finish it. Their boat is moving.
No, we can take the 2 seconds.
No,
You
we don't
can
have
tell me.
time for an anatomy lesson right now.
This man here going around the world to tell people more about arachnids, and he doesn't have time for you right now. Oh,
No, there are more pressing things. This is bigger than us
there are
right
more
now.
pressing
Tento.
thing.
Do you not? I thought Lee was typing arachnid anatomy.
Oh, God. So as you two faff about Tento, you can't help but notice that there's a great depression in the ground, a very sad portion of the ground that you feel could be exploited to approach unseen from them, not too far from here, and it would give you and anybody using it advantage on stealth checks. Whereas Kabancho, you don't see the people in the trees, but you do notice something about that gnarled knot that strikes you a little bit strange. It's almost as if though there's a peeling of how aged and cracked some of the wood is around it that isn't right. You grew up in a forest village. You've got a pretty tight understanding of what it's supposed to look like. It's almost like the wood has moved without breaking, which is peculiar but not unheard of in, say, druidic circumstance. You know that the spirit of this portion of the island, right, is in fact known as the god of bowed trees. And it seems as if there's something on that western-facing knot here in the Westwood with the spirit of that seems to be like special, openable. Like maybe it would open if one approached. What dost thou do? Oh.
I'm gonna tell Kabancho, hey, I understand that with however many eyes you're pretty much blind here, so yeah, just trust me in saying
I'm
that there are
not.
people over there.
Okay. Where? What direction?
I point in the direction of the people over there. So
Okay.
you
How
stay
many
out
are
of
there?
generals. There's 4 of them. That. Sorry, I wish I could scroll around. Actually, yeah, there's 4 of them. Okay. Now let's just stay out of general sight. I'm gonna sneak up on them.
Or do you want to just be a distraction while I try to figure out this bowing tree or this gnarled tree?
Oh, when I pop out, I'll be a distraction. Don't worry. I will sufficiently
I'll take your
distract
word
them.
for it.
You
And
don't
I
have
want to
much
try to go
experience.
to
Now get going.
the tree line
Wait,
on
what
the
are you
west
talking about?
side.
The tree? I say that as he leaves. Like, what are you talking about? Tree? Here he's okay. Roll sneak on advantage for me. So unless you roll 2 ones for me, or a 2.
Well, now that you said it out loud,
Oh, thank God. I am the wind.
All right, so with great advantage, you managed to move Tento like the blades of grass don't even know you're there. You are as a breeze. Kabancho, you move in
I
absolute
am one with
stealth.
nature.
You approach from the blind that prevents the viewing, and you are up against the base of this great, gnarled, and venerable tree as the various others bow towards it, even at the shockwave. And there is like an ecstatic energy. You feel at a precipice, like you did when that coin was flipped and you first received your powers, like you did during some of the greatest magical events you've witnessed, like you did when you returned from the dead. Clearly, you are at the edge of a great working of magic, and all you need to do now is that final push. And you look at that strange part of the tree that you noted earlier, and you feel as if though if you were to put your hand there, it might open in response.
or it's gonna fall over and kill me.
That's also a possibility. There's some pretty big root structures that you're next to now,
It is an old tree.
covering from the people looking to you from the south. It's pretty dug in, you'd say.
Instead of
Yeah, but you
dangerous
mentioned
level,
that this
it's-
thing looked like it moves
Well, it looks like that portion.
or has moved.
It looks
I
like
should say.
it looks like there's like lips more or less that have moved and like have creased and uncreased in ways that like real wooden bark wouldn't. At least not naturally.
Kabancho's gonna be at the edge of the tree line, ready to dash in towards the west side of the tree.
Oh, I thought that you were making the stealth. Oh, you were making the stealth to maneuver around the edge, not to make your approach. Am I incorrect in that? This is why I should have sketched a map, but the Foundry is so much worse for that than Roll20. God.
What direction is the
Let me
approach
just- One
divot?
moment. I think I just have to do this now. Call of the Sea, Call of the Sea, Call of the Sea. I'm sure the defaults for this will be fine. Okay. So, this is the clearing, right? And, Call of the Sea, Call of the Sea, Call of the Sea, Call of the Sea. Where the fuck are the trees? Call of the Sea.
Just
No,
FYI,
it's
we're still on the
trees in sea.
we're still on the island map.
Weird, I thought
Never
I
mind.
activated on it. All right. No, you were correct. I just yeah, I hit the button after you told me. It wasn't working. Forgive me, everyone. I'm coming back into it. All right. There's a big fuck off tree right here in the middle. It won't go above the patterning. Don't worry about that. Colossi? Question mark? That? Huh? So here's you arrived here, right? And Darren's character Tento saw a passage closer that would have allowed great stealth. That is that squiggly line. And all those motherfuckers I described earlier are in the trees here. Such that you'd be able to
Okay.
make your approach from there, gaining the advantage because there was a depression in the ground that was going to help you come. You see what I mean?
Then yeah, I would definitely utilize that dip.
All right. So the two of you utilize the dip. You're near the tree. And Kabancho, what do you do?
I'm gonna hold position and trust that Tento is not going to get me killed or himself killed.
All right.
Lots of
And
trust.
are you doing? All right.
Man,
So
that's
that's all
awfully
you do is
helpful.
you come close and you hold position.
Yeah, I guess I to put it in terms, I ready in action to dash up to the tree.
Yeah. So you hold a action to dash? Question mark.
Yeah, to dash up to the tree and try to
Okay.
touch or activate or whatever I can to the knot that's facing west.
Okay. So you're ready enough to grab the fucking tree, and Tento, you see Kabancho holding up. What do you do?
I'm like, what are you doing?
I thought you said you're gonna go investigate and then be a distraction. That's
Yeah,
literally
once
what
they
you
get
just
close
said.
enough. Once they get close enough, I'm gonna
Is
pop
this
out. I
not
want to
close
see.
enough?
I don't. I'm sorry, I don't have a view because I can't see the actual map.
Darren, I'm gonna stream my screen on Discord.
Okay, I was like,
We'll just do it that way.
Yeah.
All right, you gotta work with 3 screens now.
Oh boy. No, I want to get them get closer. I want to see if they pull out anything.
Yeah, so you can get closer, get seen, or do whatever you're trying to do. I'll stay hidden, and I'll go up to the tree once you do the distraction.
Okay.
I don't know what you're trying to
So
do.
I will.
I'm giving you space to do whatever you need to do.
I already told you what I'm gonna do. I want to see if they pull out anything. I do want to get slightly closer to group. So like if they do pull out anything, I can just pounce on them.
Just so you know, the group is outside the tree line to this bottom right area.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're ready
I
up.
would-
So you're ready to pounce on them. Is basically what it is. You're gonna pop out and fuck them up.
Yeah,
when
I'm ready
anything
to
happens.
pounce on them as soon as they pull out anything that looks magical and or dangerous, or both.
All right. And Shin, when does Kabancho make his move then?
I guess if Tento's also just holding position, Kibancho is gonna sneak up and try to activate the knot, touch it, try to open some kind of door. Hopefully, it doesn't fall over.
That'd be fun. Is that how Kabantra dies the third time? Nature.
Nature's just said, "Nah, it's your time now. Just stop."
It's
The
actually your
Bonchos
time
died
now.
the same way all 3 times actually, and it's through a nat 1.
Who says I can't
thought
roll
you-
a nat one on touching a knot?
I thought you were gonna say it was drowning. I was like,
I mean, not quite true, but anyways, yeah, Kibancho's gonna try to sneak up and get up to the tree.
a spider
You
walk.
go for it. You are at the tree. You can feel the tree. Do you press your hand to it
Yeah,
as you touch?
I'll press my hand on the knot and
As you
Yeah.
press your hand to the bark, there's a creaking, and the tree opens up, revealing layers beneath. You see a face twisted almost like that of a humanoid, although with the brow and hair more that of a fish. And its face is striking to you. It glows as if in anticipation, and like enough of the tree is shifted that the people over here shift a little. And this alchemist kind of like points to the lieutenant and is like, "You seeing this shit?" And the lieutenant looks back at him and shrugs as if it were to say, "What am I supposed to do about this shit?" And the trident alchemist shrugs and starts to crawl through his bags as if it were to say, "Fine, I'll deal with this shit." So Tento, that's what you've seen in Kabancho. It's opening up, and you see this wooden face, and the wood moves, and through the creaks and whistles of the tree, you hear, "This is the final cast. Make me firm as I hand cast this spun web, spun from the spinner of thy goddess."
Kibancho's gonna bow and he's going to cut his same hand that he's been cutting like 5 times over and drop blood in front
Do you
of
need to cut your hand? Aren't you already bleeding?
this. Is
If
it
he was
true?
bleeding this whole time, I feel like he would have bled out.
Oh, he's not really
I'm not
alive.
that hurt.
So...
Yeah, the blood
I'm
isn't
not that
actively
hurt.
running, but he is bleeding at each location.
Yeah, what I'm
But-
saying, like if it was like continuous bleeding where he didn't, to the point he didn't need to make another cut, I feel like he would have bled out throughout this whole journey.
Ah.
Anyways, I drop some blood and I say the first. I call and cast upon thy soul, make thy spirit my hand, and thy will be whole.
As this happens and these words are spoken, leaves flutter. All of the trees begin to bend and turn, and the alchemist is like, "Fuck!" and reaches into his bag and grabs a glowing green flask that burbles with
Oh,
a
that's what that
sizzle.
sounds.
Yeah, alright. So as that happens, Tento, you wanna bop him, boop him, snop him, schnoop him?
How far am I from them?
So you're 60 feet, but you said you were getting ready to the moment he did it. So I could say you could have
Yeah.
like slid through the grass a bit and been closer, you know. So but the point is, the moment he goes for something, you're going in. What do you want to hit him with?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him my crossbow. Wait, how
Alright.
close am I?
Yeah, okay. So he's behind some tree cover, but you can take the shot. He'll just have like slightly higher AC than you would have. And you are within. Do you want to be back by Kabancho? If so,
No.
all right.
Light
you can be
crossbow is 80 to 320 feet. So now you're some 40 feet away.
Do I get an advantage because I'm sneak attacking? Because I'm carrying on stealth. Did he see
Yeah,
me?
yeah. You're hidden. Give me
Yeah, I'll
advantage
shoot them.
attack, and well within your range.
$20. I'm shooting at the bottle.
Okay. Oh, The bottle cracks open in his hand as 3d6 acid splashes all around. The people cry out in pain. The trees get hit and sizzle as the bowed god of the trees moans a little and says, "Oh, we
Oh my God,
bleed
the
with
alchemist is
you with
almost
the
dead from that.
passage of this rite." And there is like a thunderclap, right? And we zoom away from here, and 7 goes to 8. 8 goes to 9. We break at 9 now. Is that correct?
Yes.
I
Okay.
think so.
Just internally calibrate my clock. Okay, there's a huge thunderclap, and acid sizzles out across the trees. Their branches almost seem to you to cry up in pain. The gnarled face in the tree cries out, and you see silvery strands glowing in the night. And Zion, you see them crossing the water, and you hear people screaming on the ship, dropping to their knees all over the island. In front of you guys, you see even these crew members who aren't on the ship, as a webbed pattern seems to cut across their hands with a searing white light. They cry out in pain and confusion. And Lonnie, you see Dana Highbrow look at her hand. Not scream, not cry out, but just look at the web burned there. And she points. 2 people on the deck, and she gives an order. She's, at this point, 300 feet away and yelling. What's your passive perception? Your passive perception is...
I think 13 or 12.
Yeah, I can see on your... It's 12. I can see on Toga's now, I remember. You're not sure what she says. And Zion, you're underwater. Here's the 2 things that happen. Zion, you see chains get thrown over the side with something weird on them. You think that they're guides. You think they're meant to mechanically guide down something. You would guess something very large, intended to make a controlled descent towards a certain target. They have what looks like heavy, almost like an anchor, but if it was like a harpoon. Like an anchor you're intending to drop onto something and stab into it. And there's this row along, and it's almost like a guide rail along the chain, as if though you're supposed to be able to drop something and it would get to where that stab was. And roll me a quick insight, Zion. This is dangerous to go alone. You take all this in and get an opportunity to, pre-guess what it is. Zion. You think about the problem of hitting something below you with a bomb. You think, well, you'd want to be sure you weren't wasting it, because explosives, particularly ones that will work reliably under those circumstances and of those size, are pretty rare. If you had an anchor that was intended to stab into something and you saw a lot of blood, you'd be pretty reasonably certain you saw it hit. And that rail would allow a contact explosive to descend through the water rapidly, and then it could probably reliably detonate itself when it either hit what it was getting to or onto the upward portion of that, grappling hook, anchor, javelin combo. Not javelin, but you know what I mean. Like a stabbing head. A harpoon, really. A harpoon you drop. They've sent 4 of them over the sides. It looks to you like displacement on the deck. It suggests that something heavy is being moved there. You think that action is probably imminent, and you think that the chains are probably involved. What you don't understand is you look down and there's no target. You don't see anything for them to be bombing. It's just sand. So why would they drop it? By now, unless they were like big enough to blow up the ship itself, your statue is safely far away. You're probably not going to get hit unless the ship would get hit. You know what I mean? Which is not a good survival tactic as a weapon. So what are they trying to do? It's not clear to you. I'll let you roll. I'll let you roll like one more insight to guess that.
Also, when Ani gets a chance, Lonnie wants to do a couple things when she notices that the crew's demeanor changes.
Zion, you get the feeling that maybe they're trying to provoke something, as your best guess. this is an attempt to provoke something, and it's a last ditch. And you know, like you can see these lines, and you can intuit, like it seems like the curse has gone off. It seems like you can let them go now. Why are they doing this? You know? And yeah, so Lonnie, you see the chains get thrown over, and your dangers to go alone is you have a premonition. Your vision becomes the vision of something underwater. You feel water rush over slimy skin, piercing the water ahead of it like a dart. Softer and softer water, less and less pressure, faster and faster motion. You look up and you see shapes. You look up and you see webs. You look up and you smell blood. And you're at the edge of action. Something holding you back. They haven't gone far enough. A threshold hasn't been crossed. But you're
Yeah.
poised. And that thing can see the ship that you're looking at. Through its eyes, you see Zion dangling below deck, and you see the chains thrown over. And that's your danger to go on. Sorry, yeah.
But Lonnie wants to do a couple of things.
Yeah, hit with it.
She wants to change the direction of the water to now try to push them outwards.
Mm-hmm.
She also wants to cast minor minor illusion on herself to just like distort her features a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess she'll make herself look she'll try to like make herself look more like an anorak, but like a different color than Kabancho, like I guess white or something.
Yeah.
And then she also wants to use Thaumaturgy too, and hope that it can carry 300 feet. And she wants to say to them, you have overstayed your welcome, and your actions will no longer be tolerated. Leave now or face the consequences, and blame because I know her name, right? Diana?
Arachna.
Or
Arachna
huh?
is
No. The
the captain
running the
is
ship.
Diana. Captain
Yeah,
is Diana Hybro.
Blame Diana Hybro for your fate. And I guess she'll leave it at that and see if they'll start leaving.
All right. So
Especially with the help of Control Water.
yeah, so at this point your ship was here and it starts to move again as, Captain realizes, oh yeah, it's probably time to let them out. They start to get like a super speed boost off of your water reversing field. And Zion, you don't necessarily hear that because you're underwater, but you do see like there's a flashing and stuff, and now the control water that you're pretty sure Lonnie is doing has changed field, right? So you get in the sense that they're getting shunted out. What would you do now?
I'll hold on for a little longer.
Okay.
I want to see what they're trying to drop into the water.
All right. So, on the deck, Lonnie, and it is, correct me if I'm wrong, is Lumi coming towards you, or is Lumi supposed to be giving you an eye in the sky reconnaissance?
Lumi was last placed over here just to keep an eye on the ship, and I haven't really told her anything since. She told us that like, oh, they're doing stuff on the ship, and it looks like it's about to leave, and
all right, so
she's kind of just there.
You also get Lumi's view on this, but you see a massive, it looks like a diving bell almost, Zion, which is a concept you vaguely read about in a book once, but it's got these weird like portions on the bottom of it that look very sensitive, and it's got the bottom like eighth of this thing is built like a pressure plate. You can tell there's a point where it's supposed to get pushed in, and there's like a blue glow down the sides of it, but it's otherwise it looks like an iron sphere or something. And first one goes down, and then another, and you see like some like creatures are disturbed by the sand flowing up, but you see like there's these little creatures of the sea moving around. There's little hermit crabs. There's all these other little pearls getting created in clamshells, some kelp. And it goes click, and about a 20-foot to 30-foot sphere of water instantly vaporizes into a huge blue explosion that sends a shockwave through the fucking water. Give me a strength save. You're clutching for dear life, and the ship begins to almost like keel. It's like there's such a close explosion. You hold on just fine, Zion, but that chain is like the anchor on the end of that chain is blown up with it, and the chain goes like flying pretty much. And there's at least one other coming down, but you guys see a huge blue light, and at that point, something vibrates in the water out here. Lonnie, from the place you were seeing the eyes from, there's a horrible cry, like a moan, that reverberates through the water and pierces into the air. It's like a beached whale. It's crying out with something between pain and hunger. And you hear this Zion even in the water. It's like a dolphin's ping click under the water. Like something is crying out, and you look down and you can see Zion. You can see a massive underwater creature. Its body disappears around this islet, but then you look past it and you see another portion, and you realize this thing is so large, it is coiled around this island like a fucking snake.
How far is the second bomb?
The second bomb is like 50 feet from hitting the ground right now.
I'm gonna dive towards it.
Oh fuck. Okay. So you kick off, you dive towards it. How do you descend? You're just gonna like free fall Zion, rely on the fact that you're Zion.
300
like rock, right?
pounds.
All right. But I'm guessing
Yeah.
you want to land as close to where it's gonna land as possible, right? Or are you trying to get on it?
I'm trying to get on it.
Give me an acrobatics or an athletics to just make that underwater leap, to plummet metal to metal. You kick off and you start to falter, and you kind of like whoop. Lonnie, there's a powerful gust of water that you are presently jutting, and normally you wouldn't be able to do this, but right now the power is flowing through you such that you can almost like sense everything in it, and you sense a metal body falling hard, about to miss its target, obviously flailing. You could slightly slow down the gust of the water forward in order to like control that bit of water and maybe help Zion get where you think it's going. And you also feel the give me.
I'll do that.
Make your stat for casting is, remind me, charisma or
Charisma.
Wisdom? Charisma. Can you just give me a straight charisma check?
Lee, can I cast Dimension Door and teleport
Yeah, where do you want to go?
onto the ship?
Okay. Oof.
Onto the
Well,
enemy
specifically-
ship.
Sadly, this is a unique experience for you, Lonnie. You know, you Zion, you kind of feel like maybe it's trying to help, but something's trying to help, but you wind up on the sand right below the bomb falling for you. And Kabansho and Tento, you go for the crow's nest.
I guess I'll ask for consent. Tendo, do you want to get on the boat or do you want to stay here?
The enemy
Tendo
boat
doesn't
or
have
the,
to go. The
our
enemy
boat?
boat. No, enemy boat.
Why are we going to enemy boat?
Because they seem like they're doing something still.
Yes, but we're also trying to stay anonymous. Wow. We're trying to make sure they don't see us do this stuff so they can't pin this on us for later. Or did you forget that?
I mean, I was gonna show up mostly in my fuck off. I was gonna go. You don't have to come.
Yes, but this is not a good idea regardless.
While
can't
that
just
argument
show up
happens
on
on
the
shore,
ship like
Zion,
that.
you're
I
in
mean,
the
I'm just gonna
sand, the
dimension
sand
door
is
without
flying
him
up,
then.
the anchor is right there, and the bomb is falling. What do you do?
How far is the bomb from me?
At this point, the bomb is like 20 feet above you and falling pretty fast.
Let me read something real quick.
Yep. Alright, so Zion's down there. The sand is flying up.
In the meantime, Lonnie is just going to yell, "You fools! I see you have no regard for your own life."
Out of curiosity, is Splice still on?
No,
Thank you,
no,
community,
pixies are
nobody for the
pixies are straight up
sub.
gone.
Okay.
Got out.
Because I did another concentration spell.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Lonnie's gonna continue with
Mhm.
this is your last chance. Leave now and never return, or face the consequences of the curse.
All right, yeah. So they're looking pretty fucking worried. They've all got a branded like spider web on their hand. The bomb is they've got two more of those bombs on the deck. Those diving bell bombs along those stabbing anchors, and one of them's gone off. It seems like the second one's probably about to detonate, and Cabancho Tento, like Cabancho has the dimension door open, is about to step through. What?
I'm gonna leave Tento if he's gonna argue with me.
All right, so
I'm just gonna
Tento,
go.
when you see Cabancho stepping through, do you step
Okay,
through
so-
behind him, or do you?
I don't think I can do that. Is that a thing you could do with Dimension Stores?
No,
Technically, I've listed you as my I guess my second. And if you're not willing, you won't go through. But if you are willing, you will come through with me.
By the way, I am hearing someone's Discord bloop bloop.
Oh, that's me.
Okay. All right. So Tento,
You know what?
willing or
I'll
unwilling?
just fucking. I mean, it has to be.
You're
a bearing
absolutely
reaction,
right.
But as soon as, huh?
You're absolutely right. We are trying to not get seen. But
You feel
this
the
is
spell pulling.
this is what Kibancha's doing.
Do you go or do you not?
I will go about. Wait, do I know the destination we're going to?
he said the enemy ship.
I did say
no, I
enemy
mean,
ship.
like specifically.
No.
Okay, I guess I'm going because I can't cover that much distance in a short amount of time. This is the best way for me to cover all that distance.
All right.
Um,
I'll put
as
my
soon
mask
as
on.
as soon as we land in the crow's nest,
Mhm.
feel free to rule this differently. But I'm gonna start casting illusory scripts on the mast.
Mhm.
Which is the
I didn't know
spell.
you had that.
It's a minute to cast. I would like to think it's a minute of writing it, and they can see it as I
Mhm. Mhm.
magically write on their mast, so they can start seeing me write.
And what script do you
Instead
put
of-
upon their unfurled sails?
I put So there's gonna be two versions of this. The first version is gonna be the true version that I designate everyone that got cursed can see this. It's gonna write, "You've been branded by Arachna. Leave, leave now or accept these waters as your grave."
All right.
And then for everyone else that isn't designated, it's gonna say, "This ship has been branded by Arachna. Steer clear or feel the wrath of Arachna."
All right. So, meanwhile, we're in the water.
And this will
Kai.
last for 10 days, and it'll take me a minute to finish this.
Kai, what is
How-
Zion doing?
Does it look like it's something Zion can pick up?
Well,
Remind
Zion
put in the
is
bag of
Is
holding.
Zion presently enlarged?
Yes.
No, not anymore.
Oh wait, what? What happened to
It's
you?
only a minute.
Oh,
All right.
That's-
As
Just
normal
cast
size
Gigantify again
Zion,
and just
no,
jab
as
and
enlarged
launch it.
Zion, yes, is my answer. It's like, think of it as like a 10-foot by 10-foot. If it was on a battle map, it would be like either a 10 by 10 or a 15 by 15. You know what I mean? But it's like a sphere, so cut off the edges. Like it's pretty big, but an enlarged Zion could grab it.
I don't remember if I used my etherealness from my armor.
I think you did go through their ship, did you not?
But you also have two ways of doing that, if I remember correctly.
You got used at some point in this arc, but I don't know that it happened last session. I would say you can assume that you have a cast ready.
I'm legitimately trying to remember what you would have used it for, because you would have, you were Snake when you went to the ship, so you would have had a swim speed. I don't see any
Mhm.
reason for you to use Ethereal to get on the ship.
Yeah, I haven't used it yet.
But we also
So-
didn't long rest since the previous day, but I also don't remember you using it.
Yeah. Uh, if I hold on to the bomb and cast etherealness, would it go with me?
Etherealness counts things you're holding, right? Like equipment.
Yes, it does. It
All
does
right.
count
So
things you're
you
holding in
yes.
equipment.
So you could equip the bomb and make the bomb ethereal with you. Do you reach out and do so?
Yes.
All right.
How
You
many you
grab.
try to
you
grab?
manage to
Are they too
grab
far
just
apart?
above the pressure plate activatable portion, and it becomes ethereal and it hangs there in your hands. Not even really moored to the chain anymore, as its connection to the guide along it just ethereally swings out from the chain. And Zion is just ethereally holding an ethereal bomb. Which means that this anchor does not get destroyed, which means that the ship is being pulled at very hard by the currents, but begins to swing because it's still got this anchor down. But you have a bomb, a very large bomb, which probably needs to go somewhere. How long are you ethereal?
10 minutes.
All right.
Or
What-
until I release it.
What do you do, Zion? You got a big bomb.
I mean, nothing else would be affected here, so I'ma just let it go. And it should.
Does it lose its etherealness when you do that?
Does it? I
An
don't
important
think
note.
so.
Are you going to let it go detonation side down and have it go, or are you going to turn it around and have it not strike detonation side down?
Well, it shouldn't affect anything, even if it went off
Because it's
ethereal.
Ethereal.
Yeah.
You make a good point. But you're also
To be
in
fair,
the,
you do
but
go to
you're
the
also in the
ethereal
border
plane.
ethereal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to tank all the damage?
Here's what I'll do.
Huh?
I'm gonna drop the bomb plate down first,
Hmm.
and then before it goes off, I'll go out of etherealness.
Ah, that's gonna be it's a tight trigger window. You flip it around, you bring it crashing down, and roll me an Arcana to use your big robo brain to make a precise calculation of how many umpteenths of a second you've got. Okay, you perfectly time it. People do see a strange green-blue flash, but you don't feel the shockwave or anything this time, and yeah, you barely avoid the ethereal bomb. They've cut off that they've thrown the rest of that chain overboard, and the other two have been retracted. And you can see from above, right? That like this image and stuff has the crew is running around, crying, screaming. They're trying to get people on board from the various smaller craft, and some of them don't even seem like they want to get on the boat at this point because they're like, fuck, that shit's cursed. Fuck, I'm cursed. Fuck. And everything seems to be going crazy, but Dana is not moved. And she is ordering them, like, she is moving, and we can see this. Let me go to the map, and also Bagliano. Let me put an eye down so people who don't have a token here can see it, right?
When Lonnie gets a chance, he wants to say something else.
Yeah. But you see that Dana is moving to the front deck, right? And she is like gesticulating to these last two alchemists near the bombs be ready, as she seems to be treading through all of her very curse-afraid, crew members, getting out to this point on the prow, grabbing onto a rope, and like hanging over and looking into the waters as she points. And she hear her calling, "It's here! I can see it!" And someone's like, "Workers!" And she says, "Damn the spider god. We only need 2 bombs to finish this. Its head is coming up.
Hey,
200 feet. Steady course.
She
And like it seems
is
like
she like? Sorry, go on.
it seems like the crew is like torn between whether or not they're even going to obey her orders at this point. Most of them are freaking out. The guy at the helm is still holding the wheel, but even he's like, I don't know about this, boss, as he sees the writing happen. He's getting screamed at by Goddess Head.
Lonnie wants to say,
Yeah.
but since you obviously have no regard for your own life, maybe I should just save you the English and sink your ship now.
Damn.
Unless I see a clear sign of your willingness to leave, then be prepared to face the consequences, because either you stay, because either you go or this place will be your grave, one way or the other.
Some of the sailors are ripping off their shirts and waving the white flags, like, no, no, please, dropping to their knees, screaming, shouting.
You know, that's one way to do it. Yeah.
The guy on the wheel looks at his leader, looks at his hands, and says, "Oh, please, spitter of fate, mercy." And Dana growls. She sees that all of her people have lost heart, and she, at this juncture, there's sort of this red gleam to her eyes, as in literally like they're red, and she looks up at this, like this face. She snarls. She looks around. She looks at her hand where the mark of the curse is. She looks at the writing. And then she shouts, "Look out!" And then she looks up at the crow's nest. And you guys realize that, like, there's, like, an unconscious guy here who seems to have fainted when he saw the thing on his hand.
What a wimp.
And she says, "Look out! Cast your eye around!" Where are they? Are they on the shore? Who's doing this?
Lonnie looks like a bright white arachnid, unless they decide to investigate that illusion. But she
Hey, out
is
of curiosity,
visible on the
which way is
shore.
the Lee? Out of curiosity, which way is the wind blowing?
The wind is fortuitously blowing from the south, filling the sails.
That's towards her, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
How strong is the wind?
Casey's sort of the west by now. But yeah, the wind is quite strong.
Alrighty. From the crow's nest, Tento is gonna pull out his little flying squirrel glider and dive towards her.
Towards
Hopefully tackle because she's on the edge, right?
Yeah, she's right at the prow. So you want to hop out and you're just going for it. All right, give me an acrobatics.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, come on. Come on, roll 20, please. Mercy.
You want me to roll for you, Darren? I got you.
It's funny. I can click like other sheets and they pop up. I just can't click my fucking sheet. Oh wait, do I have to select my character and then click it? No.
No.
Go on, shit. I can still move my token at least. I just can't fucking click.
It was acrobatics.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it, Shin.
You clatter down into the deck.
Damn it.
Ah.
Okay, Poncho's gonna
Here
use
where she
Fist of
is.
Fate. It's gonna be a 15.
Okay.
I don't know why that rolled twice. I
You
meant to
get
roll that
right
once.
up to her on the railing. She turns to face you. Saber drawn. And she says, "Well, well, well. If it isn't the shade of the mountain, I thought
I
I
have a mask on.
smelled a rat."
I have a mask on.
Oh, you're wearing a mask.
Yeah.
All right. She says, "Well, well, well. What do we have here? What's the mask?"
Is it the horn mask?
Ooh, that's a good idea. That's the horn mask.
Well, I legitimately don't remember what other mask you have except for that one.
What do we
I
have
have
here?
a
Some
weird- I have a
fey-loving
weird box.
fool? Don't you know what these
Yeah, I
spirits
have-
of nature take from us?
I have this dude. I have Torn Mask. I have the mask that Tyr gave me. I also have a
Yeah.
fox mask I got from a creepy salesman. Who might or might not be a reference to a
Was-
game,
was
but
he
we don't
happy?
know.
Was he happy?
he
was he
seemed-
smiling a lot?
Yeah, that's why he was creepy. He was smiling a bit too much, but you know, he was selling stuff, so
Man, I bet his cheeks were pretty sore.
yeah, super short cheeks. But sorry, Lee.
Mhm.
What was she saying?
She says,
Something about the Fae?
some fool fey lover. I see how it is now. You think this beast is worthy of protection? Do you know how many it has slaughtered? It does not think and feel as a person does. It cares only for the next bloodbath.
Out
This
of
just
curiosity,
in, animals don't think like people.
right?
Indeed,
Out of
so-
curiosity, I know her eyes are glowing red. That's not her natural eye color. Do I know if it's any other reason as to why her eyes would be red like that?
You ask if it's fey in nature.
Give me
No, I don't have any.
Give me an arcana.
Oh, Shin.
Oh, I'm rolling for you? Okay.
I can't roll. I can't open my own character sheet for whatever fucking reason. Okay, thank God.
Nah, thank me.
No.
Okay.
What if they're the same thing?
Oh.
Then we're all doomed.
We've been doomed.
Since
Since session 1, we've been doomed. We just don't know it.
session one.
Okay. So. You know that she is a warlock, and you know that
Oh.
she, whatever her packed power is, her eye color seems to have changed, but just now it started to glow. And it looks like she's pretty intense about it. And her blade begins to glow red as well, her saber. And she looks between you and she looks at the thing there and she looks at the bombs and she says, fine. Maybe one will do. As basically, like, everyone on the ship is surrendering and trying to, like, change the direction of the ship and stuff. And she, like, thrusts forward at you and tries to do what you tried to do to her and tries to knock you down, right? She swings forth. Give me your attack to meet her.
Can you use the wasting falchion for that, Shin?
The wasting falchion?
Yeah.
You're welcome. Lee,
Yeah.
I've been typing a few things in chat, but I was going to interrupt a little bit. Has there been enough time to finish Illusory script?
Yeah, sorry, the script is done by now.
Kabanjo also wanted to cast 2 things and then also jump down.
Alright, what do you cast?
I'm going to cast Disguise Self
Mm-hmm.
and make myself a little bit different from Kabancho, but still an arachnid.
Mm-hmm.
I don't suppose Kabancho saw oh wait, no, because you did mention door, never mind.
And I'm gonna make the symbol of Arachnid's brand on everyone's hand, and make that a symbol that appears on my chest. And I'm gonna have glowing eyes, and then I'm gonna activate Withering Strike to get myself the kind of ethereal web to get into my ethereal form, or not ethereal, my withering form. And then I jump down, hopefully with the assistance of rope and web, and not just free flowing
Give me an
like
acrobatics. to
Assassin's
make
Creed
your-
jumping off.
Give your stunning piratical slide down a rope.
Damn.
You kind of awkwardly
It's okay.
Freeze
You
up.
just try to
30 feet down, clamping into the mast to not, like, face
You
plant.
just
It's like,
try
oh, fuck.
copying.
Kind of drop
You just
them.
try to copy. Sorry, go on.
Kinda
Hey, to
drop
be
them
fair,
below.
I typed this in chat that I was gonna do this before. Anyways, that's my interruption.
All right, so you do that. You see all this happen, and Pride and Society captain sees you, snarls a curse, and says, "There's your culprit, just some wizard. Don't believe it's a curse." And everyone look around like, "Oh, just some wizard?" And they're like, "No, that's Arachna on the shore." And someone's like, "Kind of looks short for Arachna." And Tento.
Can I respond to any of this?
Yeah, by all means. Tento needs to make a strength save. Do you want me to make the save for him?
Yeah, mix it up a bit. Take it to different people.
Where's the fun
there
in
we go.
that?
Tento, you
I
get
thought this
pushed
was the
back, but you
stream
don't
we were gonna kill
fall.
Tento.
And after that, she uses a She actually doesn't disengage. She raises her hand, and like there's a red glow that supersedes even the mark of the curse. And she teleports over here. In a puff that smells of brimstone and red and black smoke. She teleports over here.
She Nightcrawler.
She's like within like 5 to 10 feet of one of the bombs, and as this happens, right? Boncho's clung here. Zion, you're in the water far below. You can see that fucking thing looking up. Hi, Dougler, and you are looking. What are you doing down on the seafloor? Are you trying to get back up? Are you trying to get back to your statue friend? Are you trying to cast a spell?
I am trying to go towards the ship. Are there any of those chains still on the ground?
So they tried to drag them back up. One of them is dangling from the ship, and there's enough like forward momentum from the extra boost that you can get really close. You could try and sprint and grab it.
Yeah, I'll try to grab it.
All right, give me a decisive athletics here, as you're running as if though you're on the moon.
Nope.
You're running. It's
Zion
just,
is truly like the one.
this metal is
to,
like
just
10
try
feet
to
away
handle
from
all
you.
this shit.
It's 10 feet away from you. You can tell it's starting to get really pulled up. You're not going to make it. What do you do to make up that gap?
Let's do to make up that gap. I guess the only thing I can do is enlarge.
Enlarge. You go.
Again.
You go big mode, and your arm is long enough. You grab it, and the chain it's reeling up almost goes to a halt as it struggles to bring something up. You guys see that like there's a chain here that's supposed to shift the boat heavily, and one of them screams out, "What is that?" And someone says, "It's caught something." And as that happens, right, the bomb is right here on the deck, ready to be tossed over. And Lonnie, you're watching everything happen. You've talked a lot of shit, and you've gotten pretty much everyone to surrender. But it's clear that the captain isn't backing down, no matter what fear of curse or death is upon her. Her heart is set on this. What do you do?
She'll let's see if this works.
Oh, actually, we find out after the break. Ooh. Sorry, I'm getting better at
Movie
keeping
break.
That one kinda
That's
on
fine.
time.
It gives me time to think. You guys.
All right, back at 9:10 p.m. Eastern.
Lee, out of curiosity, is there a reason why I can click on everyone else's sheets but my own?
I have no idea what the fuck has happened that made that happen. I'm going
Okay,
to. You sure it's
I was
party
just-
level X Tento, correct?
Yeah, but like
Okay.
I can click like
configure ownership.
I can't click.
All players are observer. Darren C is an owner. Shin is an owner. And I see Darren C in here right now, and I don't see David, so you're not logged in under another account.
Darren, when you hover over the Tento icon, do you see a yellow border? Do you see a green border?
For the
Like a square
moment, I'm
border.
making everyone an owner. I'm making everyone an owner of Tento, and we'll fix it later. Try now.
No, it just doesn't like fucking pop
Reward
up.
back.
Darren,
I
do
don't
you
know
see
why.
what kind of border do you see when you hover over your own token?
Where am I? Yellow.
Okay, so you do have ownership of the token. How are you trying to open your character sheet?
I'm just clicking on it like I usually do.
Instead, go to actors, which is the person icon on the right panel, and party level X, and try to just open your character sheet through that one instead.
No, that's what I've been doing.
Through the panel or through the token?
Through the panel.
Okay, then double left click your token. That's another way to open it.
See appearance. Double left click.
Double
That's not
left
working
click.
either. That is not working. Unless it's opening somewhere that I don't see it.
It's possible the last time you opened it, it's on a screen that doesn't exist anymore. Because it tries to remember where things were when you last opened it. So maybe.
I don't see it anywhere. I don't see any faded text anywhere. This is annoying.
On the top left, what selection mode are you on? You see a person icon and the square bracket.
I'm sorry. One more time. What are you talking about?
On the top left of your screen, underneath the forge or the anvil.
Yes, I am the token control select tokens.
Okay. Because I know you can't select tokens when you're in the measuring tool. I've done that before, or try to select ship. Yeah, I don't know. That was my 2
That
cents.
sucks.
Try an assistance. All right, I'm gonna go grab food. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm here.
I'm Darren.
Well, Darren, I am Death.
Hello.
Hello, friends.
Wait, did Shin speak through Tento saying that I'm back but eating? Or was that you, Darren?
Ocean. He's talking
Okay.
through my token because he's probably has selected because I think
Yeah,
I was the last person
Then
to
why
roll.
doesn't Shin answer my question?
Ooh.
Oh, wait.
About the title?
Oh, wait, right. Wait, no, never mind. I guess that is you answering. I just
Sorry,
saw
that was
Tento.
me.
Okay.
I forgot that I had Tento's token selected because I was trying to help him figure things out.
So I guess, we are all back then.
Well, dreamers.
Dreaming.
So, we're at the decisive moment. With her flourish of her blade, the Trident Society captain pushed aside Tento and teleported over here. He's a mere 10 feet from the last bomb still on deck. Kabancho, you are, a mere 20 feet up from that last bomb. Tento, you've managed to hold your footing, but she's a ways away. All three of you are poised to act nigh simultaneously, and the chain that's being brought up has a giant Zion attached to it, as the ship lisps slightly to the right for reasons you do not know. So,
Bonnie was about
Sorry.
to say something.
yes.
That's what we left off on.
Oh, you're right. Only one position. I forgot. Alright, you know how to a solid 16 minutes worth of 10-minute break to come up with it, so hit us with it.
Casey, you gotta raise your hand.
Oh
No.
shit, you right. Oh wait, no, I don't want to fuck up the camera order.
Let's not look at the camera. Don't do that,
Never mind. Never mind. Not doing that for the joke. Not doing that for the joke. Lonnie is going to say, surely this hunt isn't worth your life and your men's. Surely you recognize the work of Arachna. And then in Parvia, she's going to say, do you really want to tempt fate?
Mm. So, you hit her with that. And, her crew continues to look aghast, and she guffaws and says, I won't have to worry about that for much longer. And, so she's trying to jump onto the bomb, quite clearly. Boncho in this chain is rapidly respooling and drawing something up. What do you guys do? Tento, Kabancho, that line is delivered, and
right now.
Trident Society Captain Diana says, I won't have to worry about that for much longer, and she's jumping for a big old bomb.
She trying to jump on top of the. What is she?
Yeah, it's like she's trying to jump on top of it.
She also said recently, one bomb or something will be enough. That
Yeah.
was the last thing she said, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because first she was 2, and then she's 1.
Do I have anything to disable movement? Is she wait?
All right,
is she
time to
about-
pick up Sentinel.
Is she about to jump? Or has she already jumped?
She's about to. She's basically whatever you and Shin decide to do will happen at the same moment.
I am going to pull out a flask of oil and throw it at her feet. Hopefully she eats shit.
Hey, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Now
Yes.
we can.
Oh, okay.
We heard you before, but we're just ignoring you.
Sorry, Zoom in my headset sometimes share the mute buttons and sometimes doesn't. And I got
What
lost
do you
in.
mean sometimes?
I honestly don't
That
know.
makes no sense.
Pushing the button sometimes turn my headset mute on, and sometimes it doesn't. I honestly don't know. Anyways, Tento, you do have Entangle. To answer your question earlier when you said, do I have anything to stop her?
That's true. I do have a tangle. Do I want to entangle? Yeah, tangle doesn't sound as cool. Slipping on some oil sounds very funny.
She either fails the strength check, I think, and gets entangled, or she makes it, but she still her movement will still be halved. I think that's
She's just
right?
jumping.
Yeah.
She's just jumping off the ledge, right?
She's jumping.
No, she's jumping towards the bomb.
Yeah, so it's a 10-foot tall
Yeah.
bomb, so she's going to descend 5 feet. It's 10 feet away. She would have to travel 15 feet through the air to reach it, right? And you've seen that she
Clear.
can at least once teleport. You saw her do that once.
Yeah.
She'd have to speak. She uttered something otherworldly when she did it, so you can surmise there's a verbal component.
So she can just teleport out of it. Entangle.
Well,
her.
you've seen her do it once. You
Probably.
don't know how many times you can do that.
Yeah.
You know,
I've
there's a
seen
limit.
Kabacho I've seen Kabacho jump from several places at once. We're using several spells to jump to places, so
Mhm.
because he's got Thunderstep and Dimensional Door. I mean, obviously not all warlocks are the same, but Tendo doesn't
Yeah.
know that.
But you know that you've seen at least one who can do that shit, and now you need to
Yeah.
decide what you're gonna do as she is prepared to make this leap. And I mean, Kabancho, what are you planning?
I have two questions. The first one is, do we want to start initiative to organize it from here on out after this
No,
instance?
because after this happens, either you're going to successfully stop her, or something very different is going to happen, and the initiative will no
Okay.
longer be relevant. That's why
That's fine.
I'm
Ooh.
not doing it.
The
Exciting.
second is, what is the light level of this area?
It's night, and you are under the main mast, and you're probably behind the sail. But your arcane script glows, doesn't it?
My Arcane script does glow.
Dim light, because you're in the glow of your arcane script.
What about around her? Or is there enough, like,
There's moonlight.
moonlight?
There's moonlight. It's not like super well lit, but there's moonlight.
But Kabancho is going to scurry across. Kabancho will take whatever fall damage if he can negate any. And run up to her and attack.
I
Okay,
will.
so here's the thing. You can drop 30 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20.
I will throw the oil, by the way.
25, 30. Okay, yeah, you have just enough. Yep, okay. So you're sprinting to go hit her. You take, in the process, 6 damage, so you can put that on yourself. And
Taken.
simultaneously, Tento, what are you doing to try and stop this? Or if you are.
I am throwing an oil flask at her feet to see if she'll slip.
Alright. And that's just one of those things that, like, hits, right? Automatically. I don't think there's a roll for it.
That is
The-
up to you to decide.
Normally, I think
Usually
it's fine.
throwing something
Uh,
is 10 feet, but I don't know about flasks.
Flasks usually have a slightly longer range. So, you toss it, it clatters, her feet kind of go whoop, whoop, whoop. And as that's happening, she like leaps, but she leaps poorly, and she nearly hits Kabancho as Kabancho making an attack with advantage against her.
So my first attack, I'm going to replace with a push or a shove action
Mhm.
and try to knock her prone.
Okay.
Previously, we've done an attack roll. We've also done
Yeah, no,
athletic checks.
they get no. We've looked at this many times. You have to hit. You have to hit in order to shove. So make the attack
Okay.
roll. Advantage.
I think grapple's the one that's like the other one where it's just an
Grapple and shove are the
defensive roll.
same.
No, I
it's
thought they had
replacing an
different.
action.
I thought. Well, I thought they had slightly different. Whatever.
But either way, that's a nat 20.
Nice. Hey.
Okay, so she
Does
shoved.
the nat
flat
20
in
give
her
me any
face.
bonus?
Not in this instance. You don't critically shove her, unfortunately.
Wow. Holy shit.
Well,
I don't suppose he gets
Add an-
advantage
add
'cause
another
nat
mark.
20, right?
All right. I'm gonna say, even though you kind of like you both fuck up, and she was already tripping, she winds up on the ground anyway. But you also wind up on the ground.
Okay. I don't have enough movement to get up, but from my prone position, I will do my second attack. Oh wait, does my disarm move proc because of this or no? Shoot, where is it? Because this is the other action I wanted to do with my bonus.
Mhm.
When I hit a creature with a weapon attack, does my shove attack count or no?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a DC 29. That I'm gonna disarm her and trying to make her drop her.
Her saber goes flying from her hand, and the red glow dulls as it flies through the lower deck. And yeah, at just that moment, Zion.
I do get a second attack if I get that off.
Sure. Roll it. Zion breaks the water as you do so. As an enlarged and very large it arrives. Alright, you're flapping around, you're hitting the wood. The alchemist's like, not near the bomb, it's gonna, and then there's a big Zion blow as the alchemist himself, dives into the lower deck. Everyone is cowering. Boat is careening. Zion is here. She's failed to reach it. And the boat, propelled by the powerful waters, right, is out, and it is over where Zion and Lonnie know the creature to be. And everyone on the ship has like this weird tension about them, those who have been hit by this curse. And there's a flash of like rows of golden lights from the water below. And it feels almost like you were in the eyes of some great predator. And like something could come from below at any instant. And Diana looks at you. Looks around at all of you. Looks at Zion. And says, Warforged! There's a beast below us. If it follows the ship, we will all be eaten. Drop the bomb. And she points to the bomb right next to you. What do you do?
Hmm. I will respectfully decline.
And all the people, they kind of like take a deep breath, and she's not happy about this. However, at this point, her own crew is turned against her and is saying, "Someone to restrain the captain. She's gonna get us all killed. She already got us all cursed." And they're kind of coming over to dogpile Kapansha. They're coming through this door, and it looks like she's been had. And there's like a weird golden glow from below. And I'll try and pull you once more. and this golden glow strikes up, and you feel like the eye of something is upon you. Then it passes over as the boat like slides out to sea. She curses you, and the lieutenant says, "Save yourselves! As you can see by the sail, we've been cursed by Arachna. You must leave this place." And you see the escape boats are mostly making their way towards this ship, although one of them isn't.
Uh-huh.
Making its way towards the western island.
How the fuck do we get off the boat now?
Where's the boat relative to me?
It is to your northeast and 300 feet away. And your
Yeah,
own
there's
ship
not-
is like circling around nearby with your extra ship. And
How far is that ship? Our ship.
your ship is 500 feet away from you, more or less.
Oh, that's even worse.
But
Yeah, I don't think there's much I can do. Okay.
Captain Keiko Stormrider gesticulates, throwing. Jun Tuli comes over on the Penitent, and you guys can hop off and escape. Do you want to?
Do they?
Is sorry, go ahead, Darren.
It's like, do they know that it's our ship that's about to pick us up?
Well, there were only 2 large ships in the area. So,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I guess that stuff is a bust then at this point. Be kind of hard to hide at this point. I mean, there's no other way to get off the ship, is there?
I mean, there's water.
Let's read that pass. You know what? I'll just eat myself off the ship.
Alright, so you top for the water. Zion, Kabansha, what are you two up to? Zion, you can see the combat alchemists seem to have some pretty advanced shit here. I mean, these strange bombs and everything. What do you want to do?
How'd you make this bomb?
And one of them says, like, oh, well, I mean, it was a pretty complicated process, but really it's the same basic premise as causing any sort of aetheric explosion. Wait, why is there a giant warforged on my deck? What's happening? And they seem a little like, oh, I've been cursed by Arachna. Oh, seem a little distracted. from
Everyone's
an academic
disheveled.
Conversation about the nature of the bombs, but you suspect there's probably information and tools somewhere on the ship. Do you want to like dive for a lower deck while everyone's distracted?
Tempted to just bring one.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to just there's one right on the deck that she was trying to drop. Do you want to just grab that shit and go? You're the side to pick it up.
Yeah.
Yoink.
Just make sure you don't, when you jump off the ship, you don't fumble and drop it.
All right, yeah. So
Facing down.
you leave for the water, and Kabansha, what do? You also hop for the water?
Is the captain considered restrained right now?
Yeah.
I'm going to bite the captain. She's restrained. This is an auto crit, but not an auto attack.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember correctly. Does a 20 hit?
Yeah.
For shits and giggles. It's going to deal 9 points of piercing and 1 point of poison damage, or 8 point of piercing, 1 point of poison damage,
Mhm.
and she's paralyzed for 8 hours.
You've incapacitated, right?
Yeah. Oh, I said restrained, didn't I?
So
Is she incapacitated or nah?
hard to tell. She doesn't seem to move that much anymore.
Oh. And if I can point out the person that said, "Is that just a wizard?"
Mhm.
That after like trying to like confirm it after the captain, I point at that one specifically and say, "I'm not a wizard. I'm a Arachnus champion. Get it wrong again, and
Is
I'll
he a
hunt you
novice?
down."
And the guy drops his knees and says, "Please have mercy, O champion of Arachna. I've always thought the Weaver of Fate was really cool."
And then at that point, I do jump off the ship.
All right.
And this is my sidekick.
You guys are
Tento.
recovered, and they're disappearing over the horizon.
I'm already
and
off.
Keiko, like, you know, like the ship is around to like pick you guys up. But if you guys don't go for it pretty immediately, she's gonna start picking up speed. Because one of their ships, right, is headed towards the ship that you have being repaired on the shore.
Oh, that's not good.
How fast is that boat going? The life raft ship.
It's somewhat caught the wind, but the thwart is having to turn against the wind to make it towards your boat, so it's slowed down here for a moment, but it's mere hundreds of feet away.
In terms of per round, how fast is it moving?
Why do you need to know that?
Because I can cast Long Strider, dash. I have a swim speed. I can dash, then bonus action dash with Long Strider casted to try to swim and catch up to
How
that
fast would that get you going?
boat. It'd be 40, 80, 120
Per,
per round.
which is 10 seconds.
If I
right?
spend everything to just
Wait,
dash.
actually, it's 6 in 5e.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. This is the different spell. I'm thinking of Expedition Retreat. This is just a plus 10. I move 80. I'm a dirty liar. I was thinking of Expeditious Retreat.
You
This
go
gets
for
me
it.
80 feet per round.
You feel like you could probably do it when you size up your abilities. Do you go for it? Do you start?
Yep.
All right, Zion and Tento, do you come back aboard Keiko's ship, the Fair Trade?
Yeah, just set down the bomb, and I'll tell them not to push the pressure plate. 'cause it's
Don't-
a
Everyone's
don't
bomb.
touch
what
this,
is that?
It's a
And
bomb.
a bomb, and Keiko's like, "Why is that on my ship, Zion?"
I just wanted to study it for later.
For science.
She rubs her head and groans and says, "More important business. They're clearly trying to jack our other ship. We can't let that happen." Meanwhile,
In the distance, you see Kabancho like dolphin
Oh, yeah,
diving
Aquaman.
in and out of the
yeah,
water.
Lonnie, do you like change disguise and like head aboard the ship with the rest of the party, or
I'm sure. The guy,
I'm gonna
jump
go
back
meet up
into
with
the water.
Lumi because Lumi's kind of been stranded.
the owl is like,
Oh, Lumi's no longer an
She's
owl.
not an
Pixies are
owl
gone.
anymore.
Oh shit.
hmm. So Lumi's just like out over. She did get dangerous to go alone earlier. Maybe she doggy paddles.
I also don't know. Like she would have. But when I did control waters, she would have popped out of owl form because I can't hold 2 concentration spells at once.
Oh. Usually
Amateur.
So I
Sure.
don't know if she would have like tried something at that point.
Probably would start running around the sands to meet you.
But yeah, I'm not crossing over until I see Lumi, and I can cast walk water. But like the
Yeah.
ship
it takes-
has no idea where I am,
Yeah,
so
it
I kind of
takes a
don't see me
moment.
being able to get on it.
So they mostly get going. Although Keiko does ask, "Do you know where Lonnie is?"
Or Kabancho.
Yeah, she's well. I think they
Don't
saw.
curse back on Poncho.
You know. Where are the
I
others?
mean, they saw disguised self version of Kabancho. Unless they can put 2 and 2 together.
Where are the
to
others?
be fair, they're
shaded
not
on the mountain.
stupid.
What's happened?
I
I
guess
don't
I'm
know.
up on the ship at this point. He's somewhere.
Damn
I
it.
think he's
All
off
right.
the.
Good answer.
I think he's off the enemy ship, but he's I think I saw him swimming towards that little guy there.
Actually, Tento does have ridiculous perception. He actually might see Ultra Dolphin diving in and out of water.
Yeah, he's just doing some weird shit. I mean, I think he's trying to catch up to those guys over there.
I'm sure you guys got it. I'm gonna hop back in the water
Jesus
to
Christ.
go retrieve my statue.
No, you head back for your
Oh,
statue,
that's right. It's still in the bottom.
And statue kind of looks at you like, oh, as you want over. And all on cops is Lumi, but as they were there, and Tento, you're the last party member aboard, although Kabancho. You are like, as they're like about to skim up onto the sand, you're coming up under them. What do you want to do?
First question is, how many people are there?
There's about 12 people on this thwart that's fully packed.
And how close are they to our ship that's was down for repairs?
As they land, they're about like 100 feet away. They're going to be able to just sprint across that, and in less than a minute, they're going to be onto the deck of that and trying to push it out into the water, presumably.
I'm gonna climb up onto their raft,
Mm-hmm.
and does presentation make me loud? I can't remember.
No, I think that's exclusive
No.
to thaumaturgy.
Yeah, it is thaumaturgy.
They have
I'm-
some intersection, but that's not one of them.
Yeah. I'm gonna climb up onto their, or I guess, is this a raft or is this like one of the smaller boats? Is this like the life raft, like the rowboats that they go back to shore on, or was this one of the smaller boats that can actually house a crew?
Those at the Worth, it can't. This is purely a going to shore ship. It's not.
Okay.
It's not even like the little one, like the Penitent. It's like a rowboat with a mast on it. It's just for sending guys off onto shores. That's it.
Okay.
It cannot survive the open ocean.
I crawl onto that boat
Mhm.
and I scream out, where do you think you lot are going?
Like, "Ah!" And everyone turns. All the weapons turn in your direction. The alchemist has a flask in hand, and the lieutenant holds up a hand and says, "We've been cursed by Arachna. I feel it in my bones. We must leave this place. But that ship," he points his spear, "is cursed. We saw the writing. We had to go. Our
That
only
is
choice
your
left is to take
curse.
this one."
That is your curse. You're already cursed. You are bound to that ship.
No,
Leave with that ship.
Is that how curses work? And they look at the alchemist. The alchemist is like, "Don't look at me. I studied alchemy, not curses." And he's like,
Do you not trust
And
the
mix
word?
chemicals and stuff.
I mix chemicals. Can you not have faith in the word, the champion of Arachna?
"If you're the champion, it says you're the champion of Arachna," he says, looking at you with a quizzical eye. "All I
I
know
take
is
a
I've been
step.
cursed."
I mean, I still have my whole disguise self and everything on.
And so you look at real fancy.
Unless it's been
He looks you up and down, and he's like, "You're the champion of Arachna. Then what's my fate?"
your fate is not for you to know. All you can guarantee is your death if
The
you don't leave
alchemist's
on
like,
that ship.
"Oh, that's a pretty good answer. I thought you
You've
said
been
you didn't
tethered to
study
that
fate."
ship.
So I didn't study curse. I didn't say anything about fate. I mean, frankly, I took a few classes. I could have qualified for the minors. Shut up! He looks at you, wets his lips, and he says, "That
Do you wanna
captain's
take your-
crazy. How do I know she's not going to turn back around and get us all killed?"
Because I just subdued her with your crew. They get to leave alive. Cursed, but alive. Can you say the same for yourself?
This guy looks at you, he's like, "I don't know, boss. Sounds like we got to go back." He's like, and give me a persuasion with advantage.
Hey, oh, you're revenge. Never mind.
Oops, that is not the correct P word. God damn it.
Yeah, he looks at
I'm
you.
going to
he
twist of
looks at-
fate this.
All right. He lowers
Hey,
his
got a
spear
max
and
roll.
raises an open hand and says, "Fine, fine. Bend. Push back off." And someone's like, "Oh," he's like, I can't go back. And he's like sobbing on it. He grabs him by the nape of his shirt and he says, "Listen, punk, champion of Iraq just
Listen,
told us
bull.
how it is. As for the rest of us, we'll take this as instruction. Never sign up for a monster hunting gig when someone has revenge on the line." Personal agendas. And the Trident Alchemist was like, "Well, I mean, it was going to be pretty impressive as well. I mean, think of the things we could have studied if..." Shut up! We're already in
You're
this
losing
mess. Don't make it
time. You're gonna
worse.
get left behind. If you're left behind, you're dead.
We're not getting left behind. Back in the fucking ship. And they push it off, and they're desperately trying to turn it around. The wind will be in their favor, and their ship is sort of listing back and forth and having to bail from various damage to the ship. So they'll probably be able to catch back up. I'm assuming you pop off.
Yeah, I hop on. Oh, actually, no. Can I get a lift, you guys? My Uber's not picking me up here. That's...
Yeah, so you hop off, and Zion, you retrieve Golem, friend. Lonnie, you meet back up with Lumi. Penta, you ride over with the ship, and as they see them turn away, Gentui says, "We're going to give chase," and Captain Keiko says, "No, they're running. This is over." And it seems as if though after so much violence and strife, you have been able to find peace at long last.
A few drops of blood, but peace.
Yes. The enemy hunters all, ran when the curse was upon them and made some small boats. Other than that one, they all made it back. And, you don't see any more explosions. And everyone feels an uncoiling, as if there was something taut in their throat they almost forgot was there. That's totally relaxed. And, Lonnie, you receive a vision of a vast sea creature receding back down. And as it recedes, it fades into the stone of the elf, as if though the two are nearly indistinguishable. Perhaps it merely rests, waiting for its hour. But, whatever the case may be, the 5 spirits of the Eastern Island having visited you, you all feel secure in the knowledge that the curse has been strongly laid, and none who value their lives who suffers it would dare return. You feel an openness once again within that thick western jungle, as if though the shade of desire once again extends its... Whenever all is said and done, I presume the whole party recoups on the western island by way of various boats and water walks, yes? Question mark?
Yeah, Kabancha is just sitting on the sands, popping good berries.
Just playing on the sand. Ooh, look, those sandcastles.
No, he's doing a short
Oh.
rest.
Lonnie is just gonna go straight to the beach.
To the beach.
Where the ship repairs are. Look, she's not gonna
Good.
try to track down a boat, okay?
That's true.
Oh, they're gonna try to track down the
Tempo's just
monster.
Sure, maybe if I can get water breathing.
You do have water breathing. Kabancha daily casts water breathing on all the party members.
Okay, maybe when I get polymorph back, because Lonnie's not swimming.
Alright, so the group reconvenes on the shore, right? You're all at the party token on the shore.
Yeah.
Captain Keiko looks out and says, "Well, looks like what's done is done. As for what will happen in the woods," he, kind of tips her head and says, "I'll leave that to the shade of the mountain." Oh, fuck. Wow, yeah, haha, I'm silly. Okay, you guys should all be shifting over
There we go.
soon. Something might take a moment to load. I apologize. By the way, have things been slower than normal tonight?
Just a bit. There hasn't been that big of an issue except the one hiccup that I had, but Darren's had worse.
I see.
Yeah, I
Alright,
literally can't select my character.
so you're all gathered on the shore. What What do you do now that you have kept up your end of the bargain?
Real quick, has it been an hour for people to gather up?
Sure.
Did I have a chance to short rest?
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking. Yay.
I'll just. So, Lonnie, you excited to find out whatever facts this thing might have about you or have for you?
Lonnie. Lonnie's like rubbing her eyes, like in the morning, probably. How many
we're here
hours is
now.
it till
We're-
morning? Because we worked through the night for that shit.
Yeah, we
We're-
didn't sleep.
Yeah, how
We're
many
here
hours
now,
till
so like.
how many
might as well
hours
do
is
it
it till
now,
dawn?
right?
I think this cabin close to midnight. Oh, it's probably like 4 or 5 hours still until dawn.
Well, Lonnie walked. Who know? Well, I mean, she probably rode Lumi across this fucking huge expanse of water. But yeah, Lonnie is just gonna go find a place to start preparing for bed. And by
You wanna do it
preparing,
now?
the bare minimum.
We're here. We're here, Lonnie. Might as well sleep. Might as well find out then while sleep. Or it could
Well, I mean,
keep you awake.
our ship isn't fully repaired yet, right? If I remember correctly.
So the side ship is in much better condition. I could use like a final day of touching up, but actually Zion did almost all of the work really fast.
So I guess we're at the very least still here for tonight. We're not leaving this island. So
Presumably.
we can spend the night if need be. As I watch
Okay.
Lonnie just set up camp.
And she's literally doing the bare minimum. Like she's probably just like pulling out the blankets and then just like flopping onto the blankets.
I like to imagine she's not even doing that. She just has like a little like sand mound that she puts where she's gonna rest her head and just flops over.
Ew, I don't want to pick out all the sand from the hair.
Yeah, I don't like
Once you
that
ask
either. It's-
Kabancha
it's,
to
it just,
do.
it's just so rough and coarse and it gets everywhere. I agree.
I shoot Darren. Not tempted Darren.
You're just mad that because I had the good setup and
Uh-huh.
executed it perfectly. You know, I'm just saying.
So the
And
group's
if we ever
a
do another
genius
one
I am.
shot, Shin is gonna go grab a gun just so he can constantly say, "I shoot Darren."
all right. So
No,
you
I'm gonna
wait-
go grappler and
What I
just
hear is you wait
hold
until the
him.
morning, correct?
Yeah, we're gonna sleep.
Yeah, I want a long rest. God, I'm tapped out my high level shit.
All right. You all rest and
sleep next to
rejuvenate.
the bomb.
As you sleep, you dream.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You dream of safety. You dream of home. Pento, your thoughts drift to the orphanage. Kabancho, yours, the tall, leafy village and the innocence of youth before your failure. And Zion, your thoughts go to a forest you don't recognize, but you know was once yours, and a place you know you left behind. Great sorrow. And Lonnie, you dream of the Glyake tribe. And as you dream
Okay, I was
of
like,
the-
I have a normal dream, right?
and as you dream of the Glyake tribe, your many friends and tribesmen guide you to a small, moss-covered tower deep in the woods. You remember it like it's always been there. They stand to either side and gesticulate, only for you to enter. You feel honored, but you feel strange. You enter the tower, your feet propelling themselves against even your trepidations. You see a vast, stained glass window. The same stained glass window you saw in that Fey realm. You see yourself, the Herald. You see something rising. You see all elves in attendance, in accordance, in a ring. And you see the Fey as well. Both courts. And a snaggling thorn that cuts through the undercurrent of the scene. The edge. You see a whirlpool, and a great tree, and a red and white berth. And then you wake up. So yeah, you all have a lovely dream of home. Feel free to roll.
Honestly, I had a normal. I had a normal dream. I don't know you guys.
That wasn't
had
a
salt for my
memory,
dream.
right?
It was
Just to
not.
make sure.
It was not a memory. You've never.
Okay.
You've seen that thing before, but it wasn't truly. Yeah, basically.
Okay.
All right. So do you head for the Shade of Desire?
I don't.
I think we do.
Unless someone else needs to do something first.
And so just gonna say onwards to discovering the truth for more lies.
So Zion wakes up like 2 hours before them.
Mm-hmm.
As in never sleeps.
Yeah. And it will hold on to the bomb
Mm-hmm.
and go into the etherealness.
All right.
And then it's gonna dismantle the bomb.
Ethereal bomb destruction.
How long do you have? 10 minutes to do this?
All right,
gonna spend
give
8
me
like days.
give me an Arcana to think about the bomb, and then give me a Tinkerer's tools to actually disassemble it.
When Zion was like,
Unnatural.
Zion
Oh.
gets blueprint mode. Zion sees all, knows all. It conceives immediately of each and every mechanism that must surely be within the device.
When
He's
Zion,
like that
when
guy
you said
from,
Zion
like,
held onto the bomb, I'm just imagining it like a teddy bear, even though it's not that size. And now Zion's dismantling the teddy bear.
So you've taken it apart at every juncture. Okay. There are 4 blue glowing crystals in lead and glass lined chambers with a breakage at the bottom near ice charged powder. Ice charged blue powder. There is a central spiral of copper with a coil around it. The base plate seems to excite electricity when the metal plate is clicked in. This travels around the coil and the bottommost powder to create a cold explosion that detonates all 4 of the arcane charges against one another. Due to properties of this process, the blowback is more powerful than the direct yield. It seems they have been balanced and weighted against one another with a very accurate amount of powder and crystal, suggesting this is far from someone's first attempt, but rather a sophisticated and mature crafting process. These are each worth a small fortune. The body of a young worm alone might only buy 2.
Yes, indeed.
When the etherealness ends and you have a fully disassembled non-ethereal bomb. You guys wake up 2 hours later. There's a disassembled bomb. I mean, you might have done something with the parts, but
I was like, what do you do with the parts now?
Reassemble it.
Without the explosive in it, so you're just gonna shut up everyone.
It's just
No.
your
There's a mecha
uh,
out of it. You can fit in this one.
it's your fake thermal detonator trick, you know?
Yeah.
I got a bomb.
This ship belongs to me now. Let's want this bomb to blow up, see?
I'll just store the expensive parts
Mhm.
in the bag of holding if they can fit.
Yep.
And then the bigger parts, I'll ask the captain if I can store it
She
in the hold.
grabs her head and says, "Yes, we'll get it on the ship."
It's no longer a bomb.
She nods and says, "Yes, it's just a whole lot of heavy metal, but I trust we have a good reason."
Yes, of course.
We brought a Cyclops. We brought 300
It's
pound
metal. What more reason do you need?
a ton of Warforged, and now we've got another. We also brought like a giant cannon. We brought, and now we're
How
bringing
do we
the
get
empty
anywhere on this
bombshell.
ship? That's a very good question.
Buoyancy is a very strong and powerful force.
Actually, what ship is this going on? Because like weren't you guys hanging out on the other ship too?
Mm-hmm.
They're taking it aboard the main ship, unless that's not the ship you wanted on.
We are kind of.
basically, this
the other ship is
Ballinger-
being chased.
Or the fair trade could take it.
Which one has the Cyclops on it?
Right now, the fair trade.
Okay, then put it on the other one.
Okay. Goes in the
If you do
Ballinger.
want to reassemble the bomb,
Cyclops.
that other boat is being. We're gonna use as bait for the pirate lord that might or might not be hunting us.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure
Yeah,
that's
we like
not
this
gonna
ship.
happen to us.
Yeah.
All right, so is the party thus assembled and disassembled of bombs is awakened, and it can see Zion's been busy. What do you want to do?
I do my normal daily casting of gift of the depths. Give everyone water breathing. I
You hand
brew
out
up
your
some
spells,
potions.
your gear. Yeah. Everything's distributed as normal.
Then I look at Lonnie saying, "So you ready to listen to something?"
As ready as I can be.
I let Keiko know that we're gonna take one final trip, and
She gives a nod and
then-
leaves you to your deeds.
then we will be finished with this island.
You head deep into the woods. You know nothing will disturb you as you have come invited.
La 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 la.
You are
la,
at the
la,
end of the path
la,
of desire.
La, 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 la.
A chromatic light dances before you. There's a stump here,
Ah,
and a darkness within. In the shades of the wood, something flickers, and you see the shade of desire become visible once again around the trees. No, you do not. Lonnie, you feel as if though a question that you have asked is prepared to be answered.
It's so gay. Let's go.
All right, you proceed forth down the path of desire. As you come deeper into this wood, this woodsy place, the shade of desire appears in the swirling light. You have kept your end of the bargain struck with me, and now I shall answer what you have asked. All right, Casey, what's Lonnie's deep desire that made cursing all those people worth it?
Okay, okay. To be fair, it kind of sounded like they needed to leave anyways.
Valid, but what was in it for you?
I don't remember if there was a specific question I had already asked, or
It
I
offered. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, continue, Shin.
It offered to tell you about your powers and um, something along the lines of the origin of the cause. It didn't seem like it was gonna tell you exactly what, but um, to whatchamacallit, to explain what happened.
Lonnie's
But
going
that's from my memory.
to Lonnie's going to ask what is the what is the name of the one who cursed me? Who is it that I have to seek to get rid of this?
I interpret and answer as you mean, though I do not share your opinion that it is a curse. I will tell you
I do
this:
quite literally have a curse.
it snakes up to you from below. It has no name because it has not yet been born, but you may call it the god not yet born. It approaches away from the center of all things and towards it. Soon it will be born. When it is, there will be a great reckoning, and a spring to reign eternal in the soul. We all feel it, distant though it is, and you are the prophet foretold. A single seed, a tendril, a forward shock, a ripple, approaches from across a great distance. Planted in you, it nurtured and grew. Your potential and the power of the Glyake drew it towards you, and by chance it rested there, or perhaps by fate. It is hard to know with such things. But either way, it was not a deliberate act. The thing that had sent it would not yet think in such ways. But it is powerful. It is great. There are those who have prepared for this moment for aeons. Since before dwarves walked the surface of this world. Since before humans knew even the confines of a hut or the crafting of an arrow. There are those who have been waiting. And finally the day is here. Plans within plans and circles within circles surround it. But something unexpected has happened. You were not the expected herald. There was another. You seek a way to have his curse lifted from you, yes?
Yes.
The only people with such knowledge was a chance would be those who prepared their own herald. Perhaps. Yes, I feel it on the wind. Keep to your course and your quest, and your paths will cross. I feel it. But beware. If they have a means of severing you from your power, the price you pay may be great. There are plans within plans. I would not be swift to act. For if you should find yourself falling from the course, the path of desire, one of the many circling might consider you a threat. They will not allow this event to go without their ushering. They have all invested too much and waited too long. Every court of the Fae trembles. And soon, All those of Fey ancestry will know what is to come. You will be there. At the fore. Or will you? It shifts. I see your desires draw you away. Perhaps you will not be the prophet. Perhaps you will not be the oracle when that day comes. But today I know you and name you. You are the oracle. You are the oracle of the one that comes. Many know this, and they watch you in secret. They await what you will do, and they eliminate the enemies who would kill you for fear of what you bring. There are circles within circles, and plans within plans. Deviate from the course of usefulness to them at your peril. I have warned you as much as I can. Is this answer what you were looking for?
This one who's not been born yet. Are they good? Are they evil? Why? You say it's not a curse, but this.
The awakening of a power beyond any one mortal to wield, even witnessing it, is of course a heavy burden. One would say it would be too much for one gnome. But they would be wrong. I see it has grown strong, as you have grown stronger. Your powers amplify. You are both the anticipation and the gardener. Good and evil. What can we know of these things before we are born? What can the anticipation of a child know of virtue? Are gods moral entities? Or are they merely facts of the universe? I cannot tell you this. You will find riddlers and theologians for that. But I will tell you this. It seeks to live, to be born, to grow. And it will fill a great void that will have every Fey shake. The face of true fear will strike across the echoed woods. You are a herald, but are you a herald of doom or joy? Defeat or victory? Look to different corners and you will find different answers. But here's the real question. If the birth grows closer as you grow stronger, is it you who guides the morality? Or is it you who is guided by it? Is there a hand already guiding the oracle? Is this the dream? An illusion of choice? While the world unravels, despite you? Or do you guide it? I do not know. I only see the shade of your desire to be free of this burden. And I can tell you this. There is a chance. Or a slim. Keep to your course, and meet the one whose place you have taken. Then, you will know. Think to your dreams. You have already seen her face. And the light goes dim, and the shade of desire shakes a little, and the trees gasp, and the birds land, and the shade of desire says, I have told you everything I can. But know this, I see something else. A thorn. A thorn in your side. A thorn in the woods. No. A horn? No. The shade of desire grows fearful and says, leave this place. Leave this place. There are circles within circles. I have kept my bargain with you. Keep this
Thing.
keep this a secret. They must never know. It was not me. I am no one. And the shade of desire folds into the shadows. The light is gone from the central place, and it feels like the spirit of this wood has folded away.
Lonnie just hesitantly says thank you. She'll just climb back onto Lumi, and Lumi starts walking back to the ship.
Lumi thinks shadows play tricks more
Here.
often than they tell the truth.
Kaban's just gonna stick back and say, I'm gonna stick around for a little bit. I'll catch up with you guys.
Mm-hmm. Do people just head back to the shore?
I'm just gonna be like, so curse buddies, Lonnie? Yeah, high five.
Lonnie is like staring intently at the back of like Lumi's head, like her eyebrows furrowed. She doesn't really. If she did hear you, she doesn't give any indication of it.
Lonnie, curse buddies, yeah. Lonnie.
Are you a street salesman? Like,
Hey, Lonnie, listen up here.
Would
You know,
you
my
like a
friend's
curse?
We're
Can I
buddies
interest
now,
you
Lonnie.
a one-time deal.
Being curse buddies.
Oh my god.
You know, birds of a feather stick together, right? I probably should mention birds around you, should I? It seems like you have a lot on your mind. I'll be quiet now.
This is a miracle.
What?
Huh?
Did Lonnie say that out loud?
No, that was me.
So Kabancho, you're finally alone here. What do you do? Mm-hmm.
I am gonna kneel. I have not been able to unsummon the Robo Blade,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm gonna not unsheath it, but pull it out, lay it in front of me, pull out the spider's cut and lay it in front of me,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna pray to Arachna,
Mm.
and offer thanks for helping us in our time of need. And I ask for guidance on how to coexist with the Rubber Blade so that I don't have to cast it away like history has.
You pray, and you sit, and you pray. And you test your faith as you wait, and nothing comes, even in this hallowed place. But then, as you look at your hands, you see something. An
I'm also
arachnid,
cursed.
but not a spider.
Oh.
Just as many legs
Okay.
as you, but something chitinous. You see it as a small scorpion. It is on you, but it's a tailless scorpion. A scorpion that seizes its prey in its pincers. It moves adroitly. You feel movement on your other hand, and you see a spider. A spider that hunts by leaping. The two of them look at each other. They dance and they bait. Their hands are locked. You fear that soon they may strike at one another, even though they are not each other's prey. And yet, your hands bring them together. You cannot scutter away without turning their back on the other. There is balance, equilibrium, but danger as well. Such is the nature of such things, you reflect. Two forces that can strike, cut, in an instant. Two forces matched and yet unmatched. Two concepts, neutral, irrespective of good and evil. Theirs is the law of nature, and theirs is the chaos of the struggle. As one pulls against the other, so too does the other dance. Equilibrium. Unbalanced and yet balanced, exerting just enough force to hold the other in orbit. Two moons dancing. You look up at the sky as if they're unsure what it means. When you look back, they're gone. Those spiders don't live here. And you haven't seen a scorpion like that, well, outside of books. You felt them. You look around and you see the shadows have moved from your hands as light breaks through the trees. The early morning sun piercing the canopy at an angle. The shade of your desire is gone, but the clarity there.
Pick up both swords and head back to the boat.
As you do, you feel equilibrium.
I do leave. What was it? Shoot.
A good berry?
The flask of holier than thou water. Oops, I accidentally expended it. It's out of my character sheet now.
Alright, you leave behind the
I like
flask.
the idea. I like the idea of you leaving behind Goodberry for the fucking forest god. A little bug.
No, good bays are all gone,
will
unfortunately.
This is an invasive species. It'll overrun your island. Goodbye.
Desire, you just dodged a bullet. He ran out.
Yeah. So, the party is all returned to shore, and the ships are fixed up, and it seems like the whole crew is ready to head on their way. You've learned a lot, and also, there is a windfall. Some people come over and they say, "We've got this strange purple wood. It cracked off from that strange forest and nearly floated into us." And you see, there's one good cluster, Zion, of that purple banding wood from the second place you went. That strange winding trunk stuff. And the purple windwood could make either a very long-range siege weapon or a blade of armor for the ship. You only have enough to make one, not both. You could return and, chop down more wood to build it, but you get a feeling, Zion, that you've been given this amount. As if though this is the amount that is good to take. It has been delivered to you safely. But yeah, you think that you could either make a blade of armor for a ship that would help it shrug off the first time it would take a damage state, or make a really long-ranged siege weapon. You don't have to use it right now, but there is +1 crate of windwood, bundle of windwood, +1 crate-sized bundle of windwood. So, do with that as you will, my good sir.
All right.
And
I will go
Zion eats it.
consult the crew.
yeah, and by the way, you guys have totally filled up on supplies. The ship is doing great in terms of its resources, and yeah, you guys, over halfway through your journey here at the Rich Twins, are now prepared to come together and consult. Redfar may or may not be there. But yeah, you consult with the crew from the shore or the deck of the ship at your leisure. I can put you there if you have a strong feeling.
Probably the deck.
Alright. What am I doing? You're here. Yes.
Good question.
Bam. Okay. You guys are all here. What do you want to do?
I'm still loading, but
Yeah.
Same.
You pretty much stood around each other on the deck by some stairs.
all right. So, do you think I should make a weapon or some armor for the ship?
Will either one of these affect the ship's mobility?
They're both very light. The Windwood, you don't think it's going to.
Okay.
What would the
I mean,
what was it? A spear? Was it?
A long range siege weapon. It's not specified what.
Oh, how would that? Because I thought we had something already.
You
yeah,
do.
we already had a giant cannon.
You have
Like-
a ballista, and yeah, it's a pretty long range one. But at the moment, that is your only siege weapon.
Like,
Mhm.
would it be redundant?
Well, it can only aim in so many directions at once.
Is this like a barrel trial moment?
It's also like a case of like, are two guns better than one?
How damaged is our ship right now, though? Like, I know it's not fully healed, right?
I thought it is fully healed now.
Is it?
It was partially healed at the last place, but we needed to sit down and get supplies and spend time to fully repair it. If I remember,
I mean,
tracked
what
us at that
what
way.
what concept do you like more? Do you like the idea of destroy them before they can destroy us, or outlasting them?
I'm
How
a
like
weapons kind of guy.
yeah, okay, yeah, we'll destroy them before they can destroy us. Yeah, I like that idea.
Yes.
You're the one that- you're
healer
the one that-
mentality.
You're the one that
Mhm.
needs. I mean, at the end of the day, Zion, you're the one that's got to install this thing. So you would say you have the most say in this. But yeah, I like the idea of just strike them down before they strike us down.
DPS
You know.
is just future mit.
Mhm.
That.
I just want.
Yeah, it's just like it's just
everyone's
one
opinion.
big, just one big DPS race, you know.
My vote's for armor to bulk up the ship. At the very least, it could be the parting gift for this ship and this crew. Keep them safer on their future voyages.
What do they usually
Are we-
do? What is the
Are
ship
we gonna
usually
like
for?
wait? Are we gonna strip off this like stuff like at the end? Are we just gonna take back the ballista at the end?
I don't think so, but they're gonna run out of ammo for it eventually.
You could always get
So-
more.
What's this crew
Yeah.
usually used for? Like, they're not a merchant ship, right?
So this is a merchant ship.
Yeah,
So technically,
it's
so
the
like
fair trade.
Keiko ship, the fair trade is she's like a very enterprising merchant. So like her travels aren't as noted. You know what I mean? So with one cog and a small flotilla of 2 or 3 ships that are all ostensibly for commerce, no one is necessarily going to pay you too much mind. It's not like it's not read as like a naval expedition inherently. You know what I mean?
So probably should just like, well, I mean, if you whip it out of
Strap
ship,
more
they're probably
weapons.
gonna yeah, it's gonna deter anyone that looks at the ship. Let's be honest.
I
Or
think
raise a
I
different
personally
crowd
think
of-
armor would be better in the long run because we already at least have like basically 2 siege weapons because there's also Phytar, but it's ultimately up to Zion.
Let's ask
Sounds
the
like you don't like
captain,
having fun.
Captain's
Let's
gonna be the
see what the-
tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Keiko thinks about it, grabs her chin, and she says, Sinking ships is often the fastest way to avoid getting sunk, but ships aren't the only, and things you can shoot aren't the only things that threaten our vessel. She thinks about it, and after a moment, she says, It's Zion's choice, but I would vote for the armor.
All right.
Oh, yeah, tiebreaker, and well, unless Zion has okay, do you have any strong feelings about either or?
Mhm. No. I'm mostly just wanted everyone's opinion.
But also cool gun.
Then complete
Right.
disregard it.
The cool gun is Kai's thought.
Who's that? Huh? Who's
Huh?
that? Is that Huh? Ooh.
Is that your
one
real
of your
name?
friends?
Is
Yeah.
Was that when you were a grandma? Was that what they called you Kai?
Yeah.
No.
Hey yo, lore drop, grandma's name.
Lore drop.
Achieved.
Lore. Sorry.
All right. I'll get to work on the armor at the next wherever we rest.
Absolutely. So, the fair trade hitches out, and you guys have, it's like any arc in One Piece. There's a heartfelt goodbye, there's waving, there's flashbacks,
Wait,
there's
who are you saying
wondering
goodbye
of what
to?
will come forward, the
Shaded
trees.
Desire.
You,
All the Guardians.
Trees. Trees.
Oh, and don't
I
forget
mean,
the boars
that's-
that ran
The
away.
one boar
Yeah,
that
the one
died.
boar that lived,
We said
that
goodbye to its
tree,
grave.
The tree with the thing inside
Wait,
of
we
it.
buried it?
A giant sea monster.
Yeah,
Pretty sure
giant
we
sea
ate
monster.
it, so
Oh yeah.
I don't
Did,
know.
could I
Pretty sure we
get
ate the boar.
anything from the glimpse I saw of it?
That it was fucking huge.
It's badass.
You know what? I'm gonna go at some point. I'm gonna go ask Treadfar. What do you know about? Did I know that it was like coiled around the whole island?
I think you might have been able to surmise that, yeah.
I'm always gonna ask Treadfar if they know anything.
They say, well,
Like
something
that.
that size would require
About a
immense
giant
nutrients and
fucking
able
snake.
to live. But if it's coiled around, it's possible that it's some sort of
What if
guardian
it's already dead?
spirit.
Yeah, what if it
It's
wasn't alive
definitely
to
not
begin with?
dead.
I
Definitely not.
mean,
It's possible
also
that some
not
sort of
alive,
a
I don't
powerful
think.
guardian spirit associated with the island. Although curiously, some of the crew members said that it seemed like bombs are being dropped in an attempt to provoke something. You don't think? Well, perhaps the captain had some unfinished business with it. Although a guardian spirit that only emerges to defend an island after it has been thoroughly blooded is a strange one. Perhaps it embodies some terrible natural phenomenon which crashes down to bring some great resetting of affairs.
is there any like records of that happening around this area?
Well, I don't have anything specific to the location, but where is it? Where is it? Ah, yes. On an island of the western chain that leads west from the Festland to the distant continent, there is mention of a great winged serpent associated with the force of the tsunami.
Wait, wings and not fins?
Yes, it should seem as if though it flew, although just because this is one does not mean that they are all akin, but yes, it should seem that after the island was thoroughly drenched in blood, it brought down a terrible storm that wiped it clean. But of course, it hit everyone on the island. So, the suffering was considerable.
Sounds like it didn't hit everyone. That lady was mad.
Indeed.
Maybe she's a survivor.
Perhaps. If so, I should shudder to think what she intends to do next. If she survived this event, I can hardly imagine her crew will be the end of her. But that's neither here nor there. Adventure awaits us in the San Harpy's heart. I have consulted the charts and we're nearly there. This is exciting to think. These islands are close to what would have been the heart of the Obsidian Dwarf Empire. The only nautical dwarvish civilization in known history other than the bastion of the Salt Dwarfs in the northern seas. I wonder, will we be close where they reigned from? I believe we may be at the closing in on the answer to many secrets. Yes, Bitfar says, stroking their chin. But I need to busy myself. Shortly, we will have all sorts of matters ahead of us. What if there are runes that need to be deciphered? What if I need to interpret a distant Harpy dialect? And what if the locals have some unique customs that might require attending to? Yes, I must immerse myself in my studies. And Redfar, goes in the cabin, just like throwing the papers around. What is everyone doing?
So they're not doing anything different for what they usually do.
No, it's not. What is everyone? So, what is everyone doing as they? Because you have a few days before the next adventure, so to speak, hits, and per Treadfar's analysis of the stars, you're most of the way to the island.
Lonnie was gonna ask Treadfar another question, but Lonnie sees Treadfar in the zone and is like, you know what? I'll ask later. I'm gonna go think on some things, I guess.
Yeah, and you do hear the name Dead Crest Island.
That sounds pleasant.
Yeah, it's your destination.
Oh, even
Oh,
better.
I was like, wait, that's the place we just came from?
No, it's where you're going. You were on the Rich Twins. You're headed
Sounds
for Dead
like-
Crest Island.
A lovely vacation spot, guys.
Transition.
Go grab your bathing suits. We're gonna finally have the beach episode, right?
Yay!
Yeah.
On the most pleasant vacation spot, Dead Crest Island.
Yes.
I guess I will want to talk to Lonnie.
Okay, but over
Yeah,
multiple
she's
days,
scared.
what are you doing? Or is it literally just hanging out with Lonnie?
Oh,
well,
God. I
after
don't
my
know if
one
I
conver-
could live that.
After the one conversation with Lonnie, Tento's gonna keep practicing with the captain.
Mm-hmm.
Cabancho's
He
gonna.
just steps in.
Your Cabancho?
Cabancho first, not over the times, but is gonna try to think on the other warlock, the Diana's patron, and see if he can think of the
Are you allowed to
patron
do
that
that?
was.
Are you allowed to think about other patrons like that?
I mean, yeah,
Is that not cheating?
no, it's just thinking.
Oh.
Okay, I'm just visualizing it. I haven't done anything yet.
Are you
He
sure?
just made a 3D
Oh,
object and turned it over in his mind.
Also, are you implying that if I think about hanging out with you guys, I'm cheating?
Only if you rotate me as a 3D object in your mind like you would an apple.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't
and-
know how his patron is. I don't know.
If we
They
think
could-
that just the mere thought of someone else is cheating, holy
Hey,
shit, that's gonna be a wild
his
ride.
patron could be really insecure. Who knows?
Yeah.
We don't know that.
That's the patron's issue to deal with.
Exactly. We don't know. The Camacho hasn't told us anything about his patron.
I don't know anything about my patron.
Yeah. You,
Oh, there you
All
go.
I
The
literally
rude
know is it
awakening. You might
there's a
find out
symbol of a
soon.
coin. And it
This
gives me
is-
fate powers.
This is a very healthy relationship.
It's
glad you
one-sided,
guys
but we don't know in
each
which
other
direction.
So well.
Yeah,
It's a one-sided relationship. We just don't know which direction it is.
All right. Zion, do you... Sorry.
No, sorry.
Yeah.
The other noticeable difference for Cabancho is instead of meditating with the rubber blade, he is openly practicing with both blades out instead of just focusing on the rubber blade itself.
That'll be exciting. What's Zion up to?
I'm making modifications to myself. So
Oh wait.
it's
Casually
been a while
upgrade.
since
Mhm.
I've had these.
Can I add one more thing to my
I
little
have
list?
hate
then?
and blame.
Yeah.
Lee?
Yeah.
Can I spar with Cabancho?
Yeah.
I cast web, I cast darkness, I cast hold person.
All those will miss.
I mean, probably, but
Yes, the eyes.
you'll
of
get
it's
fate.
one
part
is
of my
fine.
practice, okay, Tento? I need
Oh.
to practice.
And last but not least,
Oh, they're trying to practice using
what,
dual wielding.
Lonnie, what are you up to in the coming days?
Lonnie is going to alternate between uh I guess trying to do the eye on the the elf that I can't seem to remember the description of right now. The one that the one that's like he stole the powers from me. Take notes on this at some point. And also she wants to check up on the the hunting ship that we just kind of scared the living shit out of at some point. Um, she's going to cast commune twice every day. I don't expect a clear answer. I'm just gonna pop this out in case you want to see this. And she's also just gonna be summoning. Sometimes she'll also summon the celestial and the spiritual weapon to just look at and just kind of stare at it for the whole duration they're there. And
Are you telling me you were about
Yeah.
to summon a fucking celestial being on this ship in front of all these people?
she might do it in the
Yeah, why not?
closet.
Yeah,
So-
I'll fit in the
so
closet.
Oz-
It'll be fine.
Would you? What are you? What's the question you're at? Or I guess you're gonna ask different questions each time. Okay.
We
Yeah.
don't necessarily
Yeah,
role play. I also like don't.
Okay.
But like she's probably gonna be like just asking like
Mhm.
vague stuff like why did you choose me?
Mm-hmm.
Where's Rachel?
What are you like? What are you going to like? What is your goal and stuff? Like,
Mm-hmm. But you can only get yes
Where
or
do you
no
see
answers,
yourself in
right?
10 years?
oh, is it yes or no? Oh, right.
Well, it actually says
Oh,
in
short
the case
phrases.
where a one-word phrase could be misleading or contrary to the date's interest, you
Oh,
may offer
okay.
a short phrase as an answer instead.
Okay.
So you
I
could go
guess
fishing and possibly get phrases by asking particular questions.
I guess you would ask like did you want to choose me?
Mm.
And then she'll probably probe if like further on that, like, oh, like why me? Or like, well then
Yeah.
how did I end up with
Yeah.
this? Like she probably won't actually be like doing this too well.
Yeah.
This is like the first time she's communing and also
Yeah.
lots of brain stuff going through her head.
Right.
So she's probably going to use this very inefficiently.
So before all that happens, Ento meets with Lonnie wanting to talk, and it's just like randomly on the deck, right? Question mark. Actually, I
Lonnie's
think
gonna be
Lonnie's
above deck.
No, I say yeah. Lonnie's usually below deck, so yeah.
Lonnie doesn't want to stare at the water. Oh no.
So Tento, you run into Lonnie below deck in her usual corner. What do you want to say to her?
This is an awkward
my
time for
God.
Darren to go AFK.
All right, so
I'm back. I'm back.
all right, Darren.
Sorry. Yeah.
So Tento and Lonnie are having a little. You come upon Lonnie wanting to converse. What do you say?
So Lonnie, how you feeling about all this?
Like I still have more questions somehow, even though this is the closest I've ever gotten to an answer.
Didn't really find any comfort in his answer.
I mean, it doesn't exactly. I guess I have a better lead, but why it sounds like I'm not supposed to do this.
It doesn't, at least to me, it doesn't. The way he said it doesn't. It didn't say that you don't have to do this. You saying that you had a choice.
I just don't see how this thing isn't bad. Like you've seen the vines, you've seen actually yeah, Tento did see the celestial being. I think he's like one of the only ones who's seen it.
Like really, holy shit.
Hmm?
I didn't know that. I didn't know that bit. Okay.
Cause
Yeah.
in the Coven cave, like you went back when I was trying to get
Yeah,
like the acid, and you saw that thing.
that's true. Yeah. And I mean, I am creeped out by it, but it can change. You have a choice, Lonnie.
And
What were
it
you expecting? Yeah. I think the at least the takeaway I got from that whole conversation was you have a choice, Lonnie. Whether you want to do it, whether you don't want it. And I think that's what frightens people the most. You have this choice. It sounds like a lot of these things are just given to people and they don't have a choice in it, but you do.
I didn't have
So,
a choice when this ripped me away from my family.
but now you do. You have an idea now. And people are frightened by that. People are coming after you for that.
I just I just never wanted any of this. And I
And
still
you,
don't know what I have to do to get rid of it.
is that what you want to do though? Do you want to get rid of it?
That's why I'm out here.
Hey, I'm just asking. Is that really what you want to do?
I I'm lit I don't see how it's not a curse. I can't even cast the spells I want to when I need it. How is that not a curse? Why and all of these people after me, how is that not a curse? Why would I not want to get rid of this?
Okay, you're right. It's a curse. So let's get rid of it. We're gonna find a way. And you want to do this. You want to get rid of it. So let's get rid of it. I'll be with you every step of the way. I'm sure
I,
Kabancha and Zion, and maybe probably tier two, will be with you for that.
I'm just the the elf the woman I saw in my dreams though.
Has you ever
It
mentioned
seemed
this?
who knows? Probably. I don't know. There was briefly a conversation about the pirates, although I don't know if you were there.
Okay.
Um,
I'm sorry.
she's
The
gonna keep
elf?
talking as if you
Yeah,
knew
yeah, yeah, yeah.
though.
Yeah, go
Oh,
on, yeah.
the
Don't
woman I
worry.
saw in my
Tento
dreams.
Tento is great with context clues.
She she just seems so angry and the knowing that she's a pirate and they're notorious and I just is it really right to let if this is such a big deal, is it really okay to just but I don't want to deal with this.
And you don't have to. You, we will help you get rid of it. It doesn't matter if it's right or wrong, Lloyd. It's what you want to do. At the end of the day, the gods, the spirits, the oracles can say whatever they want to say, but we make our decisions through our actions. It's really hard to predict that, right? You don't have to
I
listen to anyone else. Just whatever you want to do.
I don't. Not everyone works that way. If
Why not?
everyone was just if everyone just did what they wanted to do, then our clan would be out of food. The Everything would be out of balance.
Hmm.
We have to make sacrifices for the greater good sometimes.
Greater good, good, bad. It's all just a mishmash. Like the guy said before, good, what's good? Bad, what's bad? At the end of the day, it's up to you. You don't have to think about this greater good stuff. If something you don't want, then don't take it. You're allowed to be selfish. It's okay to do what you want.
Yeah.
We're not bound by any greater force or anything like that. We're just here, living on this weird little plane, I guess. How would I refer to this? A plane? Yeah, this weird little plane.
So, you really think it's okay, even if everything turns out badly afterwards?
I mean, yeah. If things really get that bad, then so be it. The world has a funny way of working itself out, Lonnie. Whether it's us that's gonna fix it or someone else that's gonna fix it, who knows? No one does.
No wonder you smile all the time if this is how you get by life.
Ouch. But fair
I
enough.
didn't say it was a bad thing.
But you don't want it.
I'm just not used to it.
Do you want to get used to it?
I don't know yet.
So you don't want to get rid of it.
I guess I don't know yet.
Okay. We got all the time in the world to decide. But just know this. I'll be with you. Camacho will be with you. Probably. Maybe. It actually depends what Arachna says. But
He doesn't die first.
if he doesn't die first.
Damn.
Zion.
not to say that.
At least say he'll die trying, okay? At least say that.
Holy shit.
Zion will be with you. Tear. If it involves destroying Faye, they'll be with you. And what's his name again? Hurricane. He seems like a Joe dude. He'll probably be with you too. And Bardica. Where are the fucking other names? I keep forgetting the other people in the
Small
keep.
bear.
Small Bear would definitely be with you. You saved his life.
You know, Dak, various
Dak.
Shirk, various comrades in
Shirk.
arms.
I'm
Yeah.
just imagining a fade to black of just Tento just listing off names.
Yeah, all his names.
It is like a
Nah.
nice like glowing like frame of them, like a flashback. This really is fucking One Piece now. Except Darren hasn't said fuck the government yet. That's a necessary part of Piece.
First off, I'm a rogue, so I
think
am
that's
naturally
Kabancho's
of the-
job too. Rebel
I am naturally fuck the government.
Yeah, anarchy. I mean, what?
Yeah, anarchy. Yeah.
All right, Kabancho's gonna high five Tento, tag out, and say, "Hey, Lonnie, how you feel?"
Yeah. So does the conversation come to a natural close?
Lonnie will eventually, if Sento just keeps this thing named, Lonnie is just going to eventually just like, I guess like put her hand on his shoulder to like try to stop him and just say,
Dogger
Tento.
walking by with the boxes like, wow, you must
Say
have a
what?
lot of friends. And oh my goodness, C plus content. Hello, thank you. You join us just here at the end of
that's-
our game, but greetings.
As we are listing all the friends that Lonnie has in this world, Nutter, no, those Loves.
I can't remember Shay's character's name, but I wish I remembered. But I only remember Nutters from her.
That would be in like the very first.
but
like,
remember,
Aurora
she
Party.
she may have also just been Nutters, and they're both the final boss.
Oh shit!
We'll remember soon
You're
enough.
right.
Tara. Your character's name was Tara. Yeah, you
That's
flashback
what
to
it was.
all your friends.
Ah!
C plus raid. Guys, what does C plus raid equal? Oh, I
Average.
guess you could
plus?
say it's a. I guess you could say it's a super set of raiders.
Shin, we're Asian. That's not average. That's a
That's
fail.
Darren said that.
Yeah,
How dare
shit!
you.
What's wrong with you?
Fuck? Why am I catching strays? Darren said that.
I don't know what you're talking about, shit.
I just laughed at Darren.
But
But yeah,
really
Lonnie
deep.
will eventually just put her hand on his shoulders and just say thank you.
So, high five her curse buddies. I just get my hand closer and closer, closer to her.
Lonnie will like high five it and then just but remember I was first.
Dang it, she's right. I was supposed to be a chain link apparently, so does that count? I guess I'm supposed to not a chain link. Yeah, okay, yeah, you're first. Damn it.
Nice. So, as this happens, Lonnie and Tento, you're at a great place. And, Lonnie, it happens you have to go up on deck. And what do you see? But, Tento and Kabancho sparring, and the Rebel Blade is in one of Kabancho's hands. And in the other, he has Spider's Kiss. They're practicing.
Spider's
color?
Kiss? Wait, it got upgraded again?
Oh, wait, sorry.
Let's
what's
go.
Kiss.
Spider's cut.
Spider's Cut.
Nah, I
sorry.
like Spider's Kiss.
No, it's Spider's Kiss only on the beach episode. So Tento, leans over the railing and gives advice. And she's like, you're doing well, but you need to flow with it. And Spider's Kiss. Pat's like, ooh, 8W8, more like. The Kabancho and Tento, you dance back and forth, and yeah, Lonnie, it seems as if though the Rebel Blade is out casually. How does that feel? Does Lonnie say anything, or is it just like a Mondays?
The like she would probably like think it might be a real confrontation at first, but then she sees Keiko like judging them is like, oh, okay. He's nothing happened, I guess. I have enough shit to worry about this time.
Nice. All right. So with
Good
that, we
timing.
zoom out as we see Zion's head disassembled and eyes before it.
Wait, how is Zion seeing on
He's
fixing
got like a little
himself
eye
without his
connected by
head?
like little
Wait,
copper
wait,
wire
did
on
Zion
his
I'm
figure
head.
out how to
having-
see without eyes?
The Zion has
I'm
like a
having
third person camera.
Treadfar help me.
Oh yeah, Treadfar is like a little over to the left there. But
As I was saying,
Zion, you
can
still
Zion
have
just
to
like remove
discover how
his
to see
eye?
without eyes.
I'm trying.
But
Trust me.
with all that said and all that done,
Let him
thank
cook.
you, Raiders, for all you've done. We find ourselves ready to run, but before that, there's something very special. And I think you'll find, much like the sum of a convent, it's more than just none. It is feedback phase, and we're starting with Kai. Kai's our guy. Kai's our guy. Favorite series you want to see more? Oh, hit me with it.
Yeah, it's nice finally being back.
Yeah.
A little disorienting because we don't really know what was going on last time.
We figured it out eventually.
I thought that we
Yeah.
did a pretty good job of getting back into the swing of things.
Yeah.
I don't think there was too much like disconnect.
Because thankfully Shin remembered a lot more than some of us did.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, overall fun. It's pretty cool that there are such high-tech bombs in this world that I can dismantle. Yeah. That's it for me. I look forward to seeing.
See all the true colors. See the fourth dimension.
Yes.
All right, with that, it's Shin's turn. Shin's turn. Shin's turn. No.
As I said, I felt that you did a really good job of getting back into the swing of things. Par for some technical issues that is beyond your control. I thought you did very well. Any kind of hiccups that happen, you did a good job like rebounding it, not letting it drag on, and finding some kind of solution to like, just get us to move forward. I thought overall the pacing was good, and once we got onto the enemy ship, I understand you explained yourself why you didn't have initiative. It felt a little weird because there definitely seemed to be an order of things.
Mhm.
But by the time I made that suggestion, I realized, as you explained, it was the end of the interaction, whether it continues or not in a different direction.
Yeah.
So that all makes sense. But that was the only kind of weird part of the session. I'm glad that we got more questions than more answers, honestly. But it's progress on personal lore and personal background. Had a nice sweet moment of Tento being not vulnerable, but human as a halfling.
This Pat says, anime catboy, you like kissing spiders, don't you?
And I enjoy any kind of progress I can get from the Rebel Blade and the Spider's Cut.
All right.
Because you're
And now,
shit with them.
and now we know how to call Arachna. So
Nice. Anything you want to
We
see
got her
more
on
of,
speed dial.
or anything you want to see more of? Or are we good to go on that front?
I'm excited to see what our next island, our Dead Crest Island, see what that entails, and for more future Arachna shenanigans.
Last but not least. Oh wait, no. Darren is not last. Darren's second to last. Darren, hit me with it.
What if I want to do last?
I mean, I go left to right or right to left. They also keep things in the order, except for when I get them out of order, like I just fucking did. Hit me with it. Hit me with it. Hit me with it.
Hey, yeah, that was a lot of fun. I'm glad we're starting to get back in this. Well, glad we started again. It was a rough little start, but we got back in the swing of things. Yeah, I'm glad most people remembered what was happening. It was an interesting sequence of events. I feel bad for Lonnie because she didn't really get any answers. Just more questions.
She's used to it.
And yeah, I just can't wait for next week. It's gonna be a lot of fun as we get into the like actual like meat of this like arc. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, is that it?
That's it for me.
Me.
Yep.
All right. Last but not least, Casey, it's your turn.
Yeah, it was the like just in general, like Shin said, it was like despite the long hiatus, we got back to the swing of things, like fairly comfortably. And yeah, it was fun. I'm glad I got a little worried when it was like, oh yeah, the thing's starting to wake up. Like, oh my gosh, after all of this effort, and we still fail, but like it ended up being nice because we at least got to like get more about why they were doing this and stuff, so we weren't like completely left in the dark. So yeah, like just enough like mystery, like oh yeah, we get to know some stuff and it's interesting. And yeah, next island sounds interesting. I'm you are unfortunately very good at giving cryptic answers.
Is that an up or a down?
I said
Both?
unfortunately good.
It's
Um,
a
good.
circle.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
But yeah, it's like, we still got ways to go in this campaign. It's like I at least did get some stuff answered. Like I now know like why seeking out the elf will be a good thing. Like could be a good thing and stuff. And yeah. Like you like see it out just enough that it's like, okay, I got something out of this. But also you left enough like for, mystery and stuff, so yeah.
All right. Anything you want to see more of?
So when do we get to level up?
No, the return to the question. I'm still
Whoa,
balancing shit.
are we
that
switching?
I'm still trying to fucking balance this shit. Don't
Nah,
even-
I'm kidding. Like I think it's also we shouldn't
what's
learn
something
anything
Kai
new
always
until we also
asks
get back in
for?
the swing of things, but
Mhm.
it's also a high road. We need to ask that at least once.
As I'll say, I'll start asking for things Kai usually asks for. What does Kai usually ask for? I'll start doing that at the end at the time.
More
Materials to
material.
tinker with.
Okay, I'll just keep asking for that. That way, like we'll switch it up.
More
since everyone's
AC.
different. More AC, yeah. When's Tenth will get more AC? We'll just switch who asks when we're gonna level up. So this week was Casey. Next week is. I guess I'll ask next week, and then we go to Kai, and then we go back to Casey, and then we go to Shin.
All
So we
right.
mix it up a little bit.
With that with that strong rotation down, it's like we really know who's top bot and jungling. So with all that said and all that done, we find ourselves here at the beginning and the end, and our friends on Lollygaggers are playing Fried Empires. I think we're going to go say hi to them. Thank you so much, streamers, for joining us. It means a lot to have High Road come back strong, and it's only getting stronger. Watch this space, watch other spaces. We have more products on our itch and such going out, and watch all of our links as we grow into these new times. So I'll see you on the flip, and let's go on a raiding trip. Woohoo! to the lollygaggers. Let's gather up, friends. Bam.